Hello, hello. I'm gonna turn on the game audio. It's probably going to hurt all of our ears. I hope it's not too loud. Oh, you know that's not actually that bad. That's not even that bad. Hello. Okay, but maybe it's a little too much because my voice is not all the way there. There we go. Thank you for the pat. Good evening. When I tested out the sound for this game, I was like, whew. Okay, that's loud, but it's a very calming song, to be fair. On the start screen here. So good. That's good. I hope you're all good. Oh, excuse me. I hope you're all doing well. Stream might be a little... I will be coughing, I will be sneezing. I'm so sorry. I've been sneezing the entire day, but it's getting better, so... Hi, Ho! How are you? You're wiggling as well. Oh, that's so cute. Oh my god, I love your chibi model. It's so fucking cute. I want to squish it. You might bite off my hands, but I still want to squish it. Hope it gets better soon. Me too. I keep like testing my temperature and everything. It's all good. Like I have a normal temperature. I think it's literally just a cold, and my nose is super stuffy. But other than that, we're good. It's not COVID, so we'll see how tomorrow is. We see how tomorrow is gonna go. But I slept a lot. I ate like actual food today, so we should be good. I'm drinking a lot. Gonna buy some tea tomorrow. I can't, you know, I don't have any tea here because I can't normally drink it, but when I'm sick I do drink tea because tea is good to drink when you're sick. And the problem is just I don't have any tea here, and I feel like lots of other places are like, what do you mean you can't go shopping on a Sunday? It's like, yes, well, I can't go shopping on a Sunday. That's just the case here in Germany. Stuff is not open on Sunday. So the tea has to wait until tomorrow, and then I'm gonna drink like, I don't know, 5 cans of it and hope it helps. But yeah, I thought to myself, okay, you know what, we're not gonna play Blaze Blue today. I have it installed, but we're not gonna play Blaze Blue today because that would mean I have to, even though I only button smash to get through the game, I'd have to, you know, do a lot of that, and I gotta admit, I don't want to do that today. So I looked through my library, which obviously still has a bunch of visual novels, because I'm not anywhere close to being done with all of the visual novels I've bought over the years, and I keep buying. And this one is relatively new, I think. It's a Vista V visual novel. It's on the store page, it literally says it's a BL mystery visual novel, so gay. But mystery sounds fun. It's not too long of a game. It's like 4 hours, 5 hours maybe. So it's probably gonna take us like, I don't know, 2 streams, 3 streams. We'll see how far we can get today. And it has some timeline shenanigans or something. So I'm just gonna jump right in. See what happens. I realize it might not have been the best idea to play a visual novel that is not voiced if my voice is the way it is, but we're just gonna have a little scratchy voice acting today then. It was quiet, silent, noiseless, but not quite tranquil. It was a kind of quiet that became something more. A silence that pierced through the building, tearing it away from reality and pulling it into its own dimension. You like my voice, very comfortable. Oh, thank you. Thank you. quiet that was both terrifying and calming all at once. Silence filled the void where humans used to exist. Now all that was left was the ghosts of these long gone. For those lost to humanity regardless, this would be their new haven. Ooh, that's an interesting background. Sebastian opened his eyes, surrounded by that silence. Where? His hands found his temples and he massaged gently, trying to ease the pain that had begun to take over his mind. When that didn't work, he first turned to the room he'd found himself in. The room was dark. Whether that was because it was night or because the windows had all been covered, Sebastian didn't know. His eyes scanned everything with growing suspicion. I was at home. How did I get here? Wait, hold on. Who's Seth? That's a different... Okay. Is anyone else here? Hello? Nothing stirred in the darkness. All was still. Ooh. He jumped to his feet and cautiously took a step forward. The floorboards, damaged from what looked like years of battling against the weather, creaked underneath his careful footsteps. Hello? I like the art style. I love the way they do the eyes. Anyone? No one answered. If there's any ghosts here, I promise I'm not an exorcist. I'm not even sure how I got here, but I don't mean you any harm. I'm just going to leave now, okay? Sebastian walked towards what looked to be the entrance to the house. The door was large and imposing, made of faded wood with deep engravings. Thick scratches ran down the wood. Sebastian took the door handle in his hand and attempted to turn it, but was met with a loud click instead. Locked. Wait, but who said... Oh god, Miss Ghostly, I'm really sorry and I didn't mean to encroach on your territory and I really want to leave, like really, so please would you let me out? I'll never come back and I'll make sure no one ever disturbs you. I'm going to die. I promise I don't taste good. Look, I'm way too skinny. I have no meat on my bones, but maybe you don't eat humans. You want to take over my body? Is that it? I'm sorry, but I really need it. Maybe you can share if you let me go. Sebastian stumbled backwards, eyes flicking all over the room, until the back of his legs hit a small packing box. It was taped shut. Oh, he just ran into a box. Oh, there's something in there. Sebastian crouched down and put his ear to the box. It was moving from side to side slightly, and a muffled sound came from within. Help me. Oh, well, I definitely... I will definitely be opening a box if I'm suddenly in a place that I don't know how I got there. And I stumble upon a box and the box says help me, I will definitely open that box. For sure. You'll be eating, I'll be back later. Okay. Call the police, exactly. Come on, Sebastian, you've watched a horror movie or two? Is the ghost more likely to curse me if I open a box or if I leave her in there? Don't open it. If I've seen like 2 horror movies in my life, but if I've learned anything from them, do not open the weird stuff. God fucking damn it. Okay, I'm opening it. Here goes nothing. With one swift movement, he ripped the duct tape from the top of the box and pulled open the flaps. Inside was a little girl with hair almost as pale as the moon. Sitting there, huddled into a ball with tears in the corners of her eyes, she did seem to be a ghost. Oh my god! Are you okay? No. Where am I? Great! We both don't know where we are. I don't know, I just woke up over there. Oh. Come on, let's get you out of this box, okay? Sebastian held out his hand and silently prayed she wasn't a ghost. When a hand met his instant relief washed over him. Okay, not a ghost. Why is it Seth when he's thinking to himself? Why is it Seth and not Sep? Sebastian? That's weird. I thought you were a ghost. Wait, you're not, are you? The little girl shook her head, her long hair flowing from side to side. Okay, that's good. Well, my name's Sebastian. What about you?
My name is Nini.
Okay, it's nice to meet you, Nini. I'm not sure how we got here, but it's about time we left, don't you think? Nini nodded her head, using her sleeve to wipe the tears out of the corners of her eyes at the same time. Let's take a look around the room, alright? Maybe there's other people here. Or if there's not, why is it just the 2 of us? Or why are you inner thoughts by someone else, apparently? Sebastian couldn't help but cringe with each step the two took around the room. The creaks and groans echoed through the house. If anyone or anything was nearby, they would have been hurt easily by now. Sheets laid across much of the furniture, and dust laid across the sheets. Whoever had once lived here had left quite some time ago.
Mr. Sebastian,
Yeah?
I think there's someone over there.
Nini pointed to a dark corner of the room. Dated pieces of furniture concealed whatever was hidden over there. How do you know?
I thought I heard someone say something.
Okay, well, I'd love to look, but I'm suddenly thinking about the ghost thing again.
There's no ghosts here, silly. Ghosts aren't real.
Whoa, there, little lady, what do you mean? Of course ghosts are real.
Really?
Yeah, I was the summer of 64 when I met my first ghost.
You're not that old.
Nope. Okay, I may have never met a ghost, but I'm certain this is a haunted house.
How can you know?
It has all the telltale signs. 1, strange noises.
That was me, though.
2, all the doors are locked.
Couldn't someone else have locked them?
3, it's way too cold in here.
Isn't it the middle of winter?
And lastly, I feel like someone's watching me.
Again, I think that's probably me.
That's how I know this is a haunted house. This little girl has some sass in her.
Okay, I'll go check over there myself.
Don't worry, I'll protect you from back here. Sebastian gave Nini a thumbs up and a reassuring smile. She nodded back enthusiastically, as if she truly believed that he had her back. Her dress is... wow, hold on. Oh, that's how I save. Okay, cool. Her dress is really fucking wide. Holy shit.
If you really are a ghost, I want to help you.
Got this, Nini? She crept closer and closer.
There's someone there.
Sebastian crept closer, looking over Nini's shoulder. Indeed, there seemed to be the shadow of someone lying in the corner of the room, mostly hidden. A chair made of rotten wood sat in the way. Sebastian tried to pick it up and move it, but the leg instantly snapped off. He picked it up. Now I have a poking stick.
Won't he be upset if we poke him?
Nah, I'm sure he doesn't mind being poked. Hey! Hey! Well, in good news, he's not dead.
Yay!
Where? A man with white and black hair sat up rapidly, then scooted in the opposite direction of the little girl and the man with the chair leg. Oh! Funky design. You... Sebastian, don't worry, we're not here to hurt you. Oh, except her? Who knows what she'll do.
Hey, I'm not going to hurt anybody.
Where am I? Well, that I don't know, but I can tell you where we aren't. I don't think this is the circus, or hospital, or the aquarium. I'm pretty sure it isn't my house, but not certain on that one. It doesn't look like a school, or... Okay, just shut up. Yes, sir. Hey, what's your name? Mikael. Mikael! Why do both you and Nini have small little, like, 3 mouths?
I'm Nini.
Alright, Sebastian, Nini, what are we doing here? I don't know. I just woke up a little while ago and got out of a box. A box? Yeah, like a packing box, duct taped shut. Do you know who put you in there? Nini shook her head.
I don't remember anything.
So, let me get this straight. None of us remember how we got here, and now we're in some kind of...
haunted house. That's what Mr. Sebastian said anyway.
Fine, a haunted house. Why do I feel like I told you we were in a haunted house? You would have told me to shut up? Because I would have. I like that dynamic already. Mikael stood from the ground and brushed himself off. Okay, so... What the... Is that how you shorten Sebastian to Sev? Nini, we need to get out of here. Where have you searched? What? I said, where have you... No, I mean, what did you call me? Sev. What is your... What? Isn't that your name? Well, people usually call me Sev, but I don't remember mentioning that to you. Do we know each other? You won't forget me if you'd met before. Look at this handsome mug. Yeah, we don't know each other. I wouldn't forget someone with such a big head. Hey, Mika. Mikael. You seem like a Mika to me. His face turned pink. Call me Mikael or use a big head of yours to open the door. Seth put his hands up in fake surrender. Fine. We tried the door, but it wouldn't budge. I don't think even my head would change that. Mikael. Attention, phantoms. The timer has now begun. You have 2 hours to escape before the house is decimated. Good luck. What? What? What do you mean? Who the fuck is this? A time appeared from somewhere unseen, projected onto the wall. In front of their eyes, it changed from 2 hours to 1 hour 59 minutes remaining. What the hell? Who said that? Wasn't me. No shit, Sherlock. Sounded like it came from a speaker. Someone watching us? Do you think it's some kind of pervert? No, I think it's someone who wants to see all three of us dead. That seems worse. What's going on? Her large eyes blinked over and over again as if she was trying to stop herself from crying. Seth knelt down to be eye level with her. It's okay. Someone put us in here, but we're going to get out again. You just have to be brave.
Okay.
I need you guys to think. I'm always thinking. Properly, Sebastian. What's the last thing you remember? Nini spoke up first.
I was just at home. That's the last thing that I remember.
Sev? I think I was in a train? No, a factory. Was it a church? Can you be serious for just 5 minutes, please? I am being serious. It's like my memory's all fuzzy. Did you hit your hat or something? I don't think so. Well, I can't really remember whether I did or not, so maybe I did. Forget it. And what about you? I was with someone, somewhere. That's very informative, thank you. Like your recount was any better. Touché. This is going nowhere. Come on, we need to search the rest of the house. Time's already ticking. Follow your lead. What? What? Someone else. Wait. Mikael had already moved to leave through what looked like a dark, long corridor. He paused, a look of mild annoyance on his face. What? Please don't say something stupid and waste our time. No, it's just... Aren't we missing someone? Missing someone? Like, shouldn't there be 4 of us? Why? What do you know? Nothing. I don't know anything. It's just a feeling, I guess? We already searched the room. There's no one else. No, we're definitely meant to have 4 people. Sebastian, you're starting to get on my nerves. You know what this looks like to me? Someone purposely stalling us. And what if I am? Then I would be led to believe you're also the one who brought us here. Mikael's body stiffened up. Well, luckily I'm not. I'm serious. It's just... I feel like we're missing someone important. Fine. And what's their name? I don't... know. Oh. Achievement unlocked. Locked out. Welcome to Start Again. Start Again stories experience across 4 routes. Using the game's flowchart menu, you can jump between the routes at any time. From time to time, you will encounter locks in a story that require you to have information from other routes. You can return to the flowchart by pressing the flowchart button beneath the text box. Note, you cannot save and load between routes to progress in the game. Your data will not carry over. Instead, please make use of the flowchart to change routes. As you progress, more sections of the flowchart will become available to you. Good luck and enjoy Start Again. Okay. Oh, so I can jump to any of these places and see what's happening. So do I just go here? See what happens? Okay, let's see. The constant drone of many machines working together to become one. The buzzing, the whirring, the hissing all mixed together to become an insistent whisper. It whispered secrets to no one in particular, secrets only meant for themselves. Machines, they belong to humans. Tools, they belong to humans. Instruments, they belong to humans. Yet their secrets said otherwise. They mumbled and muttered that someday the world would be reclaimed. Someday the humans would belong to them. The steel beam crashing to the ground just inches from where his body lay discarded was enough to force Seth's eyes open. He jumped to his feet, his heart rate racing faster than what would be considered safe. What the? Another came crashing down a short distance away, the metallic sound loud enough to rattle his bones. His eyes took in his surroundings. A large open space made of cement and metal. The windows were black, but whether that was intentional... typo. Whether that was intentional or Suit had dyed it a color so dark he didn't know. Broken machinery lay discarded in the dark corners of the room. By all accounts, it seemed to be a forgotten, dated factory of some kind. How did I get here? Where even is here? A groan came from above and a shadow passed over the cold cement floor. That's when Seth saw it. A young girl, her eyes tightly shut as her chest rose and fell peacefully. Deep in sleep, she was unaware of the beam directly above her that swayed to and fro. Shit. He ran before he even had a chance to think. The beam creaked on its last legs. Just as he scooped the little girl into his arms and jumped to safety, it came crashing down to the ground with a boom. Dust flew up from the ground, coating the pair. Jeez, who built this place? I'll tell you what, it's definitely overdue for a safety inspection. And if I had to guess, I would say it's going to fail. I'm not a safety inspector, though.
Daddy?
I don't think so. Unless someone hasn't told me something. She wriggled from his grip, retreating a distance away and eyeing up her surroundings.
Where am I?
I don't know. Hey, look, I just woke up a second ago as well. You can trust me. I realize that comes off as untrustworthy, but you've got to believe me here. My name's Sebastian. There's someone... I don't know what it is, but there's someone down on the street transporting something that is making a fucking... noise. Not sure if the microphone picks that up. I hope not. Yeah, just trust me, bro. It's okay, I just woke up, but like, trust me. It doesn't? Okay, good. Special people call me Sav, though.
Sav. My name is Nini.
Okay, it's nice to meet you, Nini. So, you don't know how you got here?
No.
Alright, let's just get out of here for now. We can go to the police station and get them to find your family, and they can come pick you up.
No, I don't want to see them.
Oh. Okay, well, you still don't want to be stuck here, right? So then first step, we'll leave, alright?
Okay. Savi, could I hold your hand?
She's scared. Seth smiled, trying to put on a face that would calm her. Of course, there's nothing to be scared about. Here. He held out his hand. She quickly took it. It was small, fragile, and trembling. The first stop was a large door that seemed to face the outdoors, but no matter how much he jiggled the handle or pushed and pulled, it wouldn't budge. So, is this just a thing that happens all the time? We wake up somewhere with these other people and we don't know why we're here? We know it is. Seth picked up a scrap metal pipe that had been tossed to the ground. The weight was heavy in his hand. Stay here for a second, okay? I don't want any glass to get on you.
Okay.
As if he was aiming for a home run, Seth swung the pipe a few times, testing the force. Satisfied, he lined himself up with the window. It's time for you to face my steel, window. Prepare yourself. No longer will you hold us hostage. No longer will we be your prisoners. By the power I will within my hands, you will.
Are you talking to yourself?
No, of course not. Here we go. With all the strength he could muster, the pipe swung through the air before colliding with the window, and subsequently bouncing right off of it, causing the man to stumble backwards until he landed square on his ass. Damn! Window got hands! I'll try another window. And so he tried another. And another. Yet none of them would break. He walked back to take Nini's hand again. Okay, looks like the windows are no-go. I'm sure there's a way out somewhere around here. Even as he said that, another beam fell from the ceiling with a metallic clang that echoed through the heads. It started as a gentle sniff, but soon became a blubber. Tears overflowed out of the corners of Nini's eyes as she watched the world as she knew it fall apart around her. It's okay, really, look, we'll be fine. Attention, cogs. The time has now begun. You have 2 hours to escape before the factory is decimated. Good luck. Wait, what? What?
Decimated? Sevi, what's that?
Nini, between tears, pointed towards the wall. On it was a projected number, 1 hour and 58 minutes. Stay calm, stay calm. The little girl's going to get scared if I get scared. This must be some practical joke. Yeah, it's a joke. Just play along with it. We should... A loud banging 5 times against something metal came from across the room. Behind a shelf. Nini, help me move this. I mean, you don't really have to help.
No, I help.
Nini rubbed her face against her sleeve, leaving it damp with tears, before jogging towards where the banging was coming from. On the count of 3, we'll push, okay? It doesn't say okay, then why did I say okay? Got it? She nodded enthusiastically. 1. Seth cracked his knuckles, preparing to show what he was made of. 2. He took a deep breath and did a little stretch with his arms. 3. The bookcase slid to the side with no effort whatsoever, thanks to Nini.
Sevi, it's on wheels.
Cool! Just got shown up by a toddler. Okay, you just got shown up by a toddler. Good job. On the other side of the bookcase was a reinforced metal door. No windows showed what was hiding beyond. Well, that was easy. Who needs 2 hours?
But who's doing the banging?
Maybe someone's come to rescue us. One of our families? Oh, it's up from this side. Well, let's get out of here already. A large metal bolt was the only thing stopping the door from bursting open. Unless the baddies are in there.
The baddies?
Why am I doing this to myself? Seth shrunk back, kneeling down to stand behind Nini as if she was a shield. You open it.
Okay.
Her hand trembled as she reached towards the bolt. Okay, maybe making a child do this is a little much, but before Seth could move, she'd already pushed the door bolt aside. Howdy, room, good evening. How are you? All was silent for a moment, and then all hell broke loose. The door crashed open with enough force to nearly rip it from its hinges. Whoever was on the other side had obviously decided that the fist wasn't enough, and the only solution to getting it open was to charge at it. Oh no. Not like this time. A blur of black and white crashed through the door and into the room. He barreled past Nini, who had quite smartly stepped to the side, and directly into Sev. The two went flying, skidding over the cement floor until they came to a stop next to a pile of abandoned machines. Alright, asshole, you think that was funny? You better have a damn good explanation about why you locked us in a cupboard. Oh, this guy is pissed. Sorry, I thought you were the janitor. Do I look like a janitor to you? Seth looked at the man who was hanging above him. White and black hair hung from his hat to dangle above Seth's face. It seemed like his outfit matched too. Yeah, you find the broom in there? I feel like being sarcastic to a guy who thinks you locked him in there is not the smart choice here. I said, yeah, just two bros sitting on each other. There's some tension in the air already. Even though it's for a very different reason. You. Oh! Who the fuck you knew?
Mika, no.
What, another one? I don't remember hiring two janitors. We're not janitors, you piece of shit. Where the hell are we and who the hell are you? Oh, Sebastian, you can call me Saf if you want. That's Nini.
We don't know where we are.
Okay, Sebastian, why are we here? That is a fantastic question. Well, no idea, to be honest. You think I believe that after you locked us in there? Oh yeah, I was actually lying about that, sorry. He didn't say anything further. He just silently raised his fist and swung it downwards. Hey! Please, Mika, that's enough. Ah, so he does get called Mika by close friends. Ah. Because Mika is way easier to say than Mikhail. Everyone got red eyes. Yeah! I mean, they might not be ghosts, but maybe they're vampires? They look like there's something supernatural at least. The young woman caught his fist at the last second before it swung into Sev's grinning face. Oh, fine.
Sevi, are you okay?
Nini, I told you there were baddies back there. I don't know if I can go on.
Don't worry, I'll protect you.
She put her arms out standing in front of Seth. Once again, she seemed to have ended up as a shield. Look at him cowering behind a child. Don't you have any conscience? What's up? Seth finally got to his feet. His back ached where the two of them had skidded over the ground, rubble and all. Believe it or not, we're actually stuck in here just like you, Mika. My name is Mikhail. Don't call me Mika.
I'm sorry, he's just a little cranky right now.
I'm not cranky. We were stuck in a tiny room, and when it finally opened, these two were here. You should be more suspicious of them. One of them is a little girl. Why don't we start over? Great idea. You guys get back in the closet and we push the shelf back over. I'm going to hurt him. The girl stuck her arm out in front of Mikhail, stopping him. My name's Irina. This is my... Oh, brother! This is my brother, Mikhail. Well, I already introduced myself, but it's kind of awkward if I don't reply, so... I'm Seth, this is Nini. We just woke up here a short while ago and nearly got crushed by falling beams, then freed you guys from the closet. Welcome back! Hope your dinner was good. Oh, then I got tackled by your brother. He's a little forward, isn't he? I apologize for him. Well, you shouldn't. Tell us what you know. How many times do I have to say I know nothing? I'm not surprised, just your face alone screams airhead. Well, what about you? I don't remember anything.
Neither do I.
How about you, Nini?
Nothing.
As much as standing in a circle getting to know each other is fun, if I can direct your vision to the time on the wall? He pointed to the time as if he was a flight attendant. 1 hour, 40 minutes remained. We're already running out of time, majorly. You don't believe that bullshit, do you? What, that the building will be decimated in 2 hours? Yeah, I kinda do. Then you're an even bigger idiot than I thought. We'll just break a window and be done with it. Oh, you just break a window? Don't hit your feet. Ouch. You just break a window? Feel free. We tried that already. How could I not think of that, man? You really showed me. Please, be my guest. In fact, here, take this. He bent down to pick up his abandoned rusty metal pole, then handed it to Mikhail. Mikhail snatched it out of his grip, then sauntered up to one of the old darkened windows with a cocky gait. He wound up his batting arm, as if a mirror into how Seth looked just a few minutes ago as himself. Pull it back a little further. They might be tough windows. In an old factory like this, don't be stupid. Yet despite his words, he still pulled the pipe back just a little further. Seth watched on with a smile. Mikhail swung down hard, the air whistled. And then the pipe bounced right off the window directly back at Mikhail and hit him square in the forehead. Ouch! He instantly collapsed to the ground and Seth burst into laughter. Mika! Oh my god! He really did it.
Is he okay? Why didn't you tell him we already tried it?
Seth shrugged. He was the one who wanted to do it. Better he sees for himself how trapped we are so he takes it more seriously. Mikael, are you okay? Asshole. Rena helped Mikael back to his feet. He swayed back and forth for a moment before finding his footing. With that sorted, how about we start looking around and actually finding a way out of here? Unless, of course, you want to go around too with the window. Leave it, Mika. We should hurry. Whatever. We search over there. Do you two want to start on that side of the room?
Okay, so we want to look around together?
Of course. Mika over there probably smells anyway. As Mikael's fist tightened, Rina led him away by the arm. Wow, these two are not getting along well, are they? It's like they've known each other for what? 5 minutes and they're already fighting.
He's not very nice.
Just a terrible personality all around. Well, it doesn't matter. We're only going to be stuck with them for a little while. Come on, let's look around a little. They searched through every nook and cranny, careful of anything further falling from the ceiling, but it seemed to have stopped already. Everything was covered in a layer of rust. Whatever this factory was once used for, it was long in the past.
Savvy, what do they make in factories?
All kinds of things. Cars, clothes, food, little girls. Excuse me?
Little girls?
Yeah, maybe you were made here.
Don't be silly. Little girls don't come from factories. They come out of their moms' bellies.
Like little parasitic aliens bursting out from their chests. No, Seth. No? She shook her head.
No.
Fine. Maybe you're a little young. It's too young to have watched that. I feel like I should know that reference though. I feel like I've also seen that. I don't know what it is though.
Hey, you guys.
I think we found something, but, well... She looked awkwardly back over her shoulder where Mikael was desperately trying to push a large piece of machinery to the side. He didn't look like he wanted to ask for help.
Can you come help?
The name was in his text. A reference to the Alien movies. Oh! Okay, that makes sense. I mean, parasitic aliens could be any kind of alien, no? I mean, alien is its own name. But I've never seen the movie Aliens. Or any of the movies, actually. But so hi, good evening. Pleasure. The trio approached Mikael, who was red in the face and panting. I said I didn't need any help.
You haven't even moved it an inch.
I have. Step aside, we've got this. We? What, you're gonna make the... You're going to make the kid do all of your dirty work?
I'm strong too, I can help.
And push! Seth and Nini lined up beside the old machine. It was definitely heavy, but in just a few moments it was pushed aside. There we go. It was all Nini. She flexed where her muscles would be, if she had any. She's so cute. A door? Looks like this is the right way. Huh, what's this? Beside the door were two screens, one awaiting a password and another with 4 colored buttons on it. We need a password to open a door. Suddenly, the 4 colored buttons started lighting up, one at a time until it stopped awaiting input. This is like one of those kids' memory games.
Are you any good at them?
There's one way to find out. Don't mess this up for us. I'll try my best. Oh, red, green, yellow. Oh, red, green, yellow. Was it blue or was it yellow? Ah, fuck! Ah, okay. Haha! I only fucked it up once. Also, 1 second. I'm trying to very sneakily eat. It's not working out well. As Seth pressed the last button, the screen went dark before lighting up once more with a word. Enter. Enter. Is that meant to be the password? That's a damn password. That's like making your password open sesame. But worse. Well, whatever, I'll try it. What is the code? The door opened with a low metallic groan that seemed to match the rest of the building. Beyond it was pure darkness. We have to go in there? Is it close to me, Renee? Remember those doors you hit on the wall? Guys, look at me. Pull your foreheads, I remember what to hit. Oh! Yeah, I think most of the time I just beat up those guys for so long until they died, even if I didn't hit them in the correct place. It worked.
Okay. It looks scary. I don't want to go.
Seth extended his hand once again to the little girl, who took it eagerly. I scare away anything that's hiding in the dark.
Okay.
Wait, is it really dark in there? The sound of something dripping seemed to come from every direction. Somewhere in the distance, chains were dragged slowly against the cement floor. Seth stuck out his spare hand, but he couldn't even see that in front of his face. Each time an unexplainable sound came from somewhere in the dark, Rina let out a low gasp or whimper. You doing okay?
Yeah, you don't think anything is here with us, do you?
I don't know. Of course not. It's got to be something we could use for a little light. Ah, I don't have anything yet, though. Seth felt through his pockets for anything that could help with the encroaching darkness, but came up empty-handed. Anything he had in his pockets before, like his phone, was gone. Wait a second, who took all of my stuff? Rina, Mikael, do you have anything? The answer to his question was silence. Come on, even if you don't, you could answer me. More silence followed. Guys. And then he noticed it. The tiny little warmth that was sitting in his palm was gone. Uh-oh. Nini? I must have gotten split up from the others. Nini? Rina? Mika? Mika? Nothing. If not even calling him Mika got a reaction from him, then he truly wasn't within earshot. It's okay, it's fine. I'll just go back the way I came. Every direction seemed to be the same. Darkness, darkness, and more darkness. Suddenly, Seth felt very alone. Oh. Ugh. He clutched his head. A pain shot through from the base of his skull all the way to his eyes. He pressed his palms against them, trying to calm the throbbing. What was that? Another pain shot through his skull. He fell to the ground, his hands still clasped to his eyes. It's not meant to be like this. I made a mistake. Whether he waited for 5 minutes or an hour, he didn't know. Surrounded by a blackness that rivaled the night sky, he waited. Waited for someone, anyone to help him. But all that awaited him was the end. As the factory fell down around him, one thought entered his mind. Someone has something that can help. Ah! I see. So it's another locked path because we don't know if someone has anything in their pockets that could help us. Nini, bad ending 1. Oh, it literally says here where it is. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I was like, oh god, how can I tell where the fuck anything is? But it says on the right there. It's the factory entrance, the church, the first carriage. This one seems to be the shortest. Maybe I should try this one then. Aha! Maybe I should try this one then. The rumbling came from deep within the metal beast. A sound of pure strength, of steel, of speed faster than a human could ever move. It swayed left and right, slowly, rhythmically, enough to lull Wall into a deep sleep. Turning a corner, it hissed, holding on desperately to the tracks laid before it. Perhaps the people inside that metal beast may have stayed soundly asleep, if not for the low, mournful dirge. The what now? Of the horn that echoed throughout the chambers. A train! Sebastian opened his eyes, his head pounding to a rhythm that seemed to match the swaying of the room he was in. His eyes passed from wall to wall to the scenery that sped by just outside the windows, and finally to the man who rested his head on his shoulder. Who's that? His hair was unruly, tousled in a way that made Seth think that he'd been asleep for some time. Unconsciously, he reached up to tame his own messy locks. The man's hair was white and black, almost perfect, except for the obvious regrowth one could see from so close. Oh, it's... His head pounded hard as he stared at the man's sleeping face, an electric pain that sat behind his eyes. Mika. Mikael. Mika, wake up. Seth held onto Mikael's shoulders, carefully shaking him until his eyes opened drearily. It was somewhat like looking into a mirror to the past. The man named Mikael looked first around the room, before moving on to glance outside the windows at the scenery that passed by in a blur. And lastly, his eyes went to Sebastian. He froze for a moment before wincing his eyes in pain, as if his head was throbbing just the same. Sev. Oh, it looks like in this one they're better friends though. If he calls him Sev, no? Last time I checked. Sorry, I must have fallen asleep. We were not on a train, if I remember correctly. Sure looks like we're on a train to me. Mikhail sighed before standing from his seat and looking around. Yeah, we're on a train now, but why? Usually trains are for traveling from one place to another at a decent pace. No shit. Although some would say that trains themselves are becoming obsolete and there's better methods for traveling from one place to another. Alright, thanks asshole, that's enough about trains. And Mikhail forcefully covered Sev's mouth with his hand. The sound of muffled words could still be heard clearly though, which led Mikhail to believe that he was indeed still muttering about trains. Hey, shut up, look! Letting go of his mouth and praying the talk of forms of travel had ceased, Mikhail pulled Sev up to stand beside him before nodding in the direction of a seat further down the carriage. A woman with incredibly light hair sat upright in a seat, her eyes still closed and her breathing steady. And two men inched closer. Her dress was a deep dark red. Sitting as she was, she looked more like a doll than a living human. Her skin was pristine, perfect, her eyelashes long and dark. Only when Mikhail and Sev were close enough to touch her did they notice that someone else was asleep on her lap. A young girl, no older than 7 or 8. Her hair and skin were equally as perfect and pristine as the lady she rested upon. Together like that, rather than dolls, they seemed like statues. Who are you? Automatically, Sev stood in front of Mikhail, shielding him. The woman's voice was cool and calm, but perhaps that only made it more threatening. I'm Sebastian, this is Mikhail. We woke up on this train with no idea how you got here? Yeah, you know something about that? Mikhail's voice was tinged with accusation. Mika, it's okay. The currently unnamed woman shook her head, her long hair swaying from side to side with her. I thought you might have been the one who brought me here, but it doesn't seem like it after all. Her voice, which was so calm and collected only a moment before, finally relaxed, tinged with warmth. Warmth, I hate that. Motherfucking TH, English language, why do you hate me? Warmth. My name is Line. She nodded towards the little girl still asleep in her lap. I woke up a short while ago and found this girl crying. I'm not sure who she is. Poor thing. I'll wake her up already. But it's probably important if you at least get her name. Right. Lina gently stroked the little girl's hair until her big eyes finally fluttered open. She sat up and looked at the newcomers warily, her eyes dashing from Rina back to the two unknown men as if asking if they were safe. Lina nodded to her.
Did you also get brought here?
Brought here?
I remember someone carrying me here.
Well, that's not a good sign. Seth knelt down so he could be on the same level as the young girl. It's going to be okay. We'll work out while we're here and you can go home to your family, okay? Well, first, why don't you tell us your name? My name's Sebastian, but you can call me Sev. That's Mikhail. You can call him Mikhail. He secretly likes it if you call him Mika. Don't tell him I told you. Mikhail looked away, a tinge of pink on his cheeks. And we just met Rina. You and Rina are friends, right? She nodded furiously.
My name is Nini.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Nini. You two seem to know each other pretty well. Atsunere.
Just a little bit. A smidge. A tiny smidge. Just a tiny bit.
Of course, Mika and I go way back. We happened to live next to each other growing up and happened to go to the same school and happened to be in the same class every year. Then happened to go to the same high school and the same college. Either he was stalking me or the universe was telling me we were meant to be friends. I'm not a stalker. Sure, but the evidence points to I'm not a stalker, end of story. Alright, sure. He leaned close to Nini and fake whispered into her ear. Careful, he might be a stalker. Nini giggled and Rina seemed to brighten up too. Attention passengers, the timer has now begun. You have 2 hours to escape before the train is decimated. Good luck. The change in the expressions. Did anyone else just hear that?
Decimated? What does that word mean?
Well, that's right. Completely and utterly. That can't be serious. 2 hours to escape a moving train or we die? This isn't a movie. No! This is a game, actually. If there were vampires, they would be afraid of the sun that is. The sun.
We're going to die?
No, of course not. We're not going to die. A silence befell the group. This can't be real, can it? Just as a thought crossed Seth's mind, the carriage began to sway more heavily, wheels screeching on the tracks.
What's that number on the wall?
Projected on the wall was a time, the seconds ticking by. 1 hour and 57 minutes. Screw this. If we need to escape, then let's just do it the easy way. In an instant, Mikael broke the security glass on a fire extinguisher and picked up the heavy metal object. He brought it to his side, then swung hard, smashing the window. Or at least, that's what he expected to happen. Instead, the fire extinguisher simply bounced right off of the glass. Not even a scratch grazed its surface. Again?
Say, you did manage to break the glass. Then what? Are you going to jump from a moving train?
Of course not. I was still working out that part of the plan. The carriage is really starting to shake. I know the guy said we have 2 hours and all, but do you think there's any chance that this carriage will be decimated before then?
Quite possibly. For now, I think we should take that voice seriously and play along.
Then the only way forward is that door. Mikael and Seth rushed over to the door and tried the handle. The lock clicked, not moving an inch. Anyone happen to wake up with a key in their pocket? Wouldn't that be convenient? Hey, what's this? Next to the door was a panel with a screen and a keyboard again. It needs a password. Password, of course it does. None of you signed us all up for an amnesiac escape game, right? That would be much more fun. I searched the cabin. There must be something around.
Nini, would you like to look around with me?
Yeah. Rina took her hand gently and they began to search between the seats. Oh! I don't have any deaths. I try not to make any enemies, yet I end up in a place like this. Maybe it'll be fun. Oh, maybe we'll act on a TV show and at the end someone will jump out and say it's all a prank. Yeah, of course. Very elaborate setup for a TV show. By now the carriage had begun shaking quite violently. The noise it made was one of pure terror, of steel screeching against steel, ready to break away at any moment. Seth quickly went to work searching, on the chairs, on the floor, on the walls, but found little of anything. Not only that, but everything was polished and clean, something you would never usually see on public transport. Was this made just for us? Hey, Seth, look! Something came flying through the air, aimed directly at Sebastian's head. With instinct so honed, he moved quickly to catch it and quite obviously missed because his instincts weren't honed at all and he honestly would usually prefer to sit at home in his pajamas and play video games than do anything that would hone his instincts. A bag of something hit him across the face before falling into his lap. Marshmallows? Aw, Mika, you shouldn't have. Remember that camping trip we went on in school? The one where the raccoon broke into a tent and ate all of your cereal? Hey, don't laugh. I didn't get to eat any cereal the whole trip. That's what you get. Why? You should have offered the raccoon something to eat in the first place. Then maybe he wouldn't have resorted to stealing. I don't know why I bothered asking. Anyway, why don't we toast these marshmallows? I think we're lacking a key element of roasting marshmallows. That's what you think, but take a look at this. Ah, he has matches. He has matches. Okay. Good to know. From his pocket, Mikael pulled out a pack of matches. Ooh, we can just light a train on fire and roast marshmallows until we're decimated then. Maybe after we escape. Good idea.
I think I found something.
Mikael and Seth turned around to the little girl. In her arms was a briefcase that looked gigantic when held by her, but regular-sized once Seth took it from her. Luckily, it opened with ease. Inside was a single newspaper clipping. 4 die in train accident that completely decimates the area. Well, if that's not encouraging, I don't know what is.
I'm scared.
It'll be okay. Safi might be an idiot, but you can depend on the rest of us.
That's right, Mika is so dependable.
But moving on from that, there must be some kind of clue here. This is all you guys found in the entire carriage? I found marshmallows. This is all you guys found of use in the entire carriage?
I believe so. I didn't find anything else.
Then this is it. Let's take a look carefully. Newspaper hint. Find a hidden 7-word code somewhere in the newspaper. You can click any letter to add it to the code. If you need another hint, click the hint button. 4 dead in train accident that decimates the area. Shortly after 4:15 p.m. on the 27th of December, a train carrying flammable materials crashed. Unfortunately, everyone on board was killed on impact. Rather than call for help, it's assumed that those on board tried to reach the engine room to stop the rampaging train. Very soon after, it crashed, decimating the area. It's believed that no one else was harmed due to the explosion. Volunteers are currently searching the area. Exactly why it crashed is still unknown. Okay, hold on. 4 were killed. Why? Okay, how am I going to find a 7-letter word in here? This sentence goes up to here. Why is the on in a different line already? It would have fit in here. Same with the room. Would have fit here. Okay, wait, so... Survive! All of the letters in survive. Survive. Yeah, baby. Survive. The code is survive.
Survive. Right, the first letter to every sentence. How clever.
A little ironic when they're putting us through a death game, but whatever. The carriage swayed side to side, shaking as if on its last legs.
Quickly, let's try the code.
Seth dropped the briefcase and newspaper clipping and rushed to the door. The panel beside it stood waiting, blank, ready for the magic word that would open the way to the next carriage. What is the code?
Survive.
The method would be more difficult with German. Überleben. How are you going to start a sentence with Ü? Üblicherweise sterben Leute bei einem derartigen Zugunglück. No, that's stupid. Good thing this game is English. The door began slowly opening with a creak, but Mikael couldn't be that patient. With all his strength mustered, he forced it open faster, pulling Seth, Rine, and Nini through. Okay. Just in time, behind them, the carriage broke free from its restraints. Sparks flew around as it tipped, teetered, and rolled down a cliff that sat just beside the precariously placed track. The four stood in dread, eyes fixed on a spot they had been standing just moments before. In its place, a sheer drop. German uses caps mode. That's also true.
Did the train just...
Yeah, it just got... Don't say it.
decimated?
Hey, she said it, not me. Nini clung tight to Dina, shaking. So not only do we have a 2-hour time limit, there's also some unknown limit on each carriage. That doesn't seem very fair. Nothing about this is fair. Why us? What did we do to deserve this? Have you considered Uber? Like Uber Eats? Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good. But then that would be like already the first 4 letters of the word we need in the end. So... Apart from Nini, does anyone remember anything about how they got here?
Nothing. I can't even remember what I was doing before this.
Neither. If they mess with our memories then. If you start questioning our memories, then where does that stop? We could all have done something bad and this is our punishment, we just don't remember. One of us could have been a person who put us in here and we don't remember. Hell, you and I might even be strangers, Seth. Anything could be possible. Oh, excuse me.
Anything is possible.
I guess so. For now, why don't we focus on getting out of here? And how exactly does moving from carriage to carriage help us with escaping? I mean, we could try reaching the engine room if we're quick enough. Maybe we won't die in an explosion. Also, thank you. Maybe we won't die in an explosion if we're quick. What? Do you know something we don't? No, it's not that. Then why even bother suggesting it? Mikael, stop it. Well, it's a fuck ton more helpful than you've been, isn't it? Ooh! Slowly, Seth reached down and covered Nini's ears, who was looking around the group curiously. Rina's air of sophistication, of careful, cool words had dissipated, and under it was a heat filled with anger. Do you think I want to be stuck here? No, I don't. Do you think I want to do this? No, of course not. But we all watched what happened to the last carriage. Do you want to just sit around and wait for that to happen to us? Well, no. I'm so tired of this already. Nini gingerly pulled away from Seth's hands and opened her mouth to speak.
If we get to the front of the train, wouldn't there be an engine room?
Where else would the conductor sit? Then can't we just turn it off? Right. And I suggest we start looking around. We need to turn on our heel to the left. Damn! Okay, but like, he deserves it. He deserves that. I think you should apologize. Me? Why? You made her kinda upset. She's stuck here like the rest of us. Fine, whatever. Mika walked after her, leaving Seth alone with a curious-looking Nini. Shall we take a look around together, little lady? Nini sprang up from her place and wrapped her little arms quickly around Seth. Whoa there, something wrong?
Mr. Sebastian, are you scared?
Just call me Seth, I'm not that old, you know. And yeah, I am. Don't tell Mikael though, he might laugh at me.
How can you be scared but still keep going?
Because there's no other choice. When you're scared, do you want to run away? To curl up into a ball and cry?
Yeah, I'm much weaker than you.
No, I feel the same.
You're a weak, scaredy cat too?
Ouch. That's right, you know. True strength is not being scared. It's being scared by oh god, I hate that word. Persevering? And you're persevering. What an awful word. You're strong, and we'll get out of here, all four of us together.
Thank you, Sevi.
Sevi? That's a new one.
Why do you go by Sev, not Sep, though?
Persevering. Oh, it wasn't with the short. Oh, man. Persevering. Persevering. The one time I think to myself, oh, it's an English word. It's gonna be like short. Short and snippy. No, it's actually pronounced with a long E. Persevering. Thank you for the pet, though. It sounds cooler.
Maybe your full name is actually Sebastian.
Now, that would strike fear into the hearts of my enemies.
You have enemies?
No, it's just...
Could they have brought us here?
She's too pure. Maybe. Guess we better stay on our toes, huh?
Sevi, Mika is your friend and not your enemy, right?
Yeah, we've always been friends.
Where did you two meet?
Well, that's easy. Sebastian's head throbbed once again, the pain running down to his ears and neck. We met... Where was it again? Mikael and I.
Are you okay?
I'm sorry, we met in school. You like the way I pronounce it? Persevering. Hey, Sav, Nini, come here. When is it?
We searched the rest of the carriage, but all we found was this closed door.
But when we turned back around, the door was open. The room was small and the inside was dark. There looked to be enough room for a single person to stand in there. You sure it's not a toilet? Why, you need to go? No, really. You wanna go together? Shut up and stop being weird. As they bickered back and forth, Seth with a smile on his face and Mikael with an angry blush, a screen turned on within the room. I'll take a look. Hey, wait!
Oh, thank you for the hybrid tank, and thank you for the pad.
As soon as Seth stepped into the room, the door slid shut behind him and locked with a click. Oh, shit. He banged his fist against the door, no response. Pulled on the handle, nothing. Then, it has to be this. My secret skill. He took a few steps back, quite literally 2 steps, considering the size of the room, and stared dead on at the door. Done. Before running at the door at full speed. Guess that didn't work either. All it did was make his entire body ache. Let's take a look at the screen then, shall we? Huh, looks like there's a question on there. What's your favorite food? What the hell? Is there some kind of pervert running this thing? So wanna use this chance to get to know me, huh? You start with an easy question and start asking me where I live, what I'm wearing, all that kind of stuff. Fine, I'll play along. What is your favorite food? What is my favorite food? If you were an animal, which would you be? How good looking would you rate yourself? 11 out of 10. What's your lucky number? 7. I don't know. What do you want me to type there? I mean, he said it in the first room. He was like, "Oh yeah, he's super good looking." So he seems like the type of guy who would type that. As Seth typed in his final answer, the screen went black and the door finally slid open. Enjoy, pervert. Light poured into the dark room, stinging his eyes.
Are you okay? Did they do anything bad to you in there? Did they probe you?
Hey, little girls should know about probing. I'm fine, just gotta ask some questions. Where's Mika? Mika stood a distance away looking out a window quietly. Did something happen? Adina looked away, unsure what to say.
Look there.
Nini pointed to the wall where a panel had slid away to reveal a monitor.
We had to answer questions about you.
Oh, so that's what happened. Well, lucky I went in then, huh? You had Mika, self-proclaimed Sebastian Stalker, to answer them for you.
Thank you for the short hair.
Reading. Actually, when the door first closed, I tried my special trick. Wanna know what that is? Every glass door I've accidentally ran through. I thought maybe my ability to break doors would work here, but it was no good. I wouldn't be so proud of that. We installed a glass door once as well. You know, like a sliding glass door. And you know how sometimes when there's a problem with the glass, it just cracks? And you know, it doesn't just crack in one place, but like it gets one crack and it just goes boom, it explodes. That happened to that glass door. Like we put it up very carefully. We put it up and suddenly it makes a little and we had glass everywhere. I've never seen glass in so many pieces. Horrible. Is everything alright? Thank you for the clip. I couldn't answer a single one. Wait, not even one? I mean, I guess I could understand if you messed up 1 or 2, but... No need to feel bad. This is stressful for all of us, right? Your brain's probably switched off or something. More than usual, that is. When Mika would usually react to Seth's poorly timed joke, he looked away. I guess so.
Let me
Mika, you go in. I'll handle the answers, okay? Seth looked up to the remaining time. 1 hour 20 minutes remained. The carriage had already begun to sway and shake. Sure. The door shut behind Mikael as he walked into the room. For some reason, at that moment, his back seemed especially small and fragile.
Are you worried about him, Seffi?
Oh, wrong voice.
Are you worried about him, Seffi?
He'll be alright. He always is. I have his back. He's lucky to have you. I'm lucky to have him. Here we go. He started answering the questions. Look. What is Mikael's favorite color? Well, his hair is white and black. His entire outfit is white and black. So I'm guessing it's neither of those colors. I don't know. He seems like a purple guy. Purple, maybe. Where does Mikael dream of visiting? Home? My house? Home? Home? I don't know. Everyone likes money. How old is Mikael? Well, they're in college. How old are you usually when people say they're in college? They finished high school, they went to college. 20? 20 something? Guten Nuben! Hi, good evening. How are you? 22, around 20, 22? 22? I'm gonna put 22. I don't know. We don't know. He hasn't told us. What's Mikael's middle name? Steven. I don't know. The color had long drained out of Seth's face. It was as if the answers were there, somewhere, rattling around in his brain, but he couldn't quite grasp them. Or were they never there in the first place? Hell, you and I might even be strangers, Seth. Sebastian? At some point, the door had slid open and Mikael had stepped out. Seeing the look on Seth's face, he couldn't help but feel disappointed. It's like my memory's all fuzzy.
The number says 1 hour left.
We're running out of time. Nini, listen to me. I want you to go in there and answer those questions as simply as possible, okay?
But what if I don't know how to spell something?
You'll be okay. You're a smart girl. Just try your best. I can't ask any more of you than that. You're actually backseating, which is so ridiculous that I'm not being taken seriously. Now we're gonna be. Wait, I might actually be correct with purple. Like Sebastian's entire thing is like he has purple hair, purple eyes, purple outfit. I might actually be correct with the purple, but I don't know. Before anyone could argue, Rina had already guided Nini to the room and the door had slid shut behind her. One by one, the questions started popping up on the screen. Rina considered each carefully, taking her time to answer each attentively. Minutes later, the door to the room slid open for the final time and Nini bounded out.
Did I do okay?
Rina smiled warmly, gently stroking her hair. You did fantastically. Look, the screen's changed. On it was a single, simple word. Live.
Live?
I would say that's our code to continue. Oh, wrong voice. I would say that's our code to continue. Seth, will you do the honor? Yeah. Quickly, the group approached the door and Seth poised his fingers above the keyboard. Live. I wonder what she put in her. The door... Excuse me. The door opened wide with a groan, much faster than the last one. Nini and Dina led the way and Seth followed after them. Mika. Sorry. There's nothing to... Before he could finish his sentence, the ground below Mikael let out a roar as it began to rip away from the rest of the train. Mikael! Uh-oh. Jesus! Seth reached out and grabbed the man, holding onto his arm tight and pulling him into the next carriage just in time. Shit. You don't need to say you're sorry to me. We're friends. There's no need for that. Not between us. Sorry. Seth's grip on Mikael had tightened without him even realizing, and the two were so close together they could feel each other's breath. Are you two alright? Seth let go of Mikael's arm and quickly stepped away, for some reason embarrassed. Mikael's actions mirrored his as his face started to deepen 3 shades of red. Nina, what was that about? Do you two actually know each other? Seth motioned towards Nini. How she'd been able to guess each answer didn't seem right. Nini shook her head furiously. I don't know. I don't think so. For some reason I just knew. Maybe because she's a child it was easy to guess. Fine, I believe you for now, but if there's anything you're not telling us that could help, then I wish you would say. There's nothing else to say. I don't know anything. I wish I had the answer for you, but I'm just as confused as you are. Fine, Mikael. Seth turned to speak to Mikael, but had already left with Nini to search around the carriage. Lovers, girl? Do we look like lovers? Face! Maybe. He doesn't feel like that about me. Well, how do you feel about him? Is this a dating show or are we fighting for our lives right now? Just making conversation. We're both just a little confused. It's no big deal. You sort it out. You always do. Right? Yeah, right. Then why is it that when I think back on the years we spent together, it's all so fuzzy? You should go talk to him. There's nothing worse than words left unsaid. There will come a time when you won't get the chance to say them anymore. Thanks, Rina, and sorry for the interrogation earlier. Rina shook her head and smiled warmly. You can never be too careful. I trust you, so I hope you can trust me. Yeah. Yeah! For now! Seth turned away from Rina and cast his eyes over the new carriage. Compared to the other two, which looked suspiciously more like regular pedestrian trains, the carriage was somewhat more bare. If there were ever seats, they'd long been ripped out. It seemed more like a carriage destined to carry cargo. I guess in this case, we're the cargo. Two doors set on either wall, leading to places yet unknown. It seemed like neither Nini nor Mikael had opened either door yet, and were mostly caught up with chatting while searching around the new space. Seth rubbed at the back of his neck awkwardly as he stepped closer to the two, who were crouched down. Surprisingly, Nini had a smile on her face while Mikael was looking flustered.
Don't worry, Mika. You must still be sleepy after waking up. It's okay to forget things sometimes.
My name's Mikael.
Like, there was one time my brother forgot me at the park.
Oh my god.
But he said it was an accident and I came back later. And my grandma, when I stayed with her for a while because mommy and daddy wanted me to go away, she accidentally left me at the supermarket. But I found the way back.
Wait, this happened more than once?
And then my dad, Anyway, it doesn't matter. As long as Sevi is important to you, then don't you think everything will be okay? Maybe what's in your heart doesn't matter as much as what's in your heart.
Talking about me? Ugh. Mikael jumped with so much enthusiasm, Seth wouldn't have been surprised if he had hit his head on the ceiling. Now who's the stalker? We are literally stuck in a carriage.
Hello, good evening, Raiders. Hello, ghost. Hi. Hi, Leary.
Hello. Good evening, Raiders. I'm new and I like the color pink visual novels and the JRPGs, and we're currently playing a mystery visual novel, and we're gay, apparently. I feel, maybe. Welcome. How's it going? It's going good. It's going very good. We're kind of fighting for our life right now. We could die at any moment. Also, Pikachu for the Raiders, of course. I say the same sentence every time, huh? Okay.
Pikachu. Pika. Pikachu.
Welcome. I see you were playing Tamagotchi. Wait. Wait, weren't you doing Puyo Tetris? Also, which Tamagotchi thing is that? Tamagotchi Connection Corner Shop. You literally told my viewers you did a very good Pika impression. Yes, we try to do the Pikachu impression every time we get a raid to immediately show off. So thank you for the hydrate time. I don't know if I said it already. There was a Cooking Mama too, a fun DS time. Oh, nice. I loved Cooking Mama on the DS. I wish they would bring out a new Cooking Mama. Like an official one, not that weird mess that the one on the Switch was. That was apparently not official. You failed, so you played Cooking Mama Tamagotchi. Okay, honestly though, that's valid. I tried playing Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 once, and I failed the like first battle you have in the story mode, and I have not gone back. I don't know how that works. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Anyway, we're playing Start Again, which is a mystery visual novel where we all don't quite remember why we're here. We're the guy on the right, the purple guy. His name is Sebastian, but good friends call him Seth. The one in the middle is Nini, a 7 or 8-year-old girl. The one on the left is Mikael, and there's also another woman here with us. Her name is Dine. And currently we're stuck in a train that is going to like get blown up, decimated of some kind. If we don't make it out of here, we get decimated with it. And we have like 1 hour left or something. The archer can kill you. Also, this game has a giant flowchart, and it's like, this is where you start. Upper left, oh, you can't see my cursor, but upper left is where you start, and you immediately get locked out because you're missing some information. So now we're going through other ways on here and see if we can find more information to continue on. It'd be fun if they used the original meaning of decimate. Oh, what's the original meaning of decimate then? And you're an eavesdropper. That I can't deny. For your information, no, we weren't talking about you, but I heard my name. Really? It sounded suspiciously like Nini was giving you love advice. Love? Shut up, go away, just fall out of the train already, okay? He's a tsundere, oh my god. Alright, fine, if that's what you want. Seth started walking backwards, straight towards the door that led to a straight drop. Reduced by a tenth origin instead of killing 1/10 of the soldiers of the Roman army that committed certain crimes. Oh! Oh, decimare then? Oh, okay. Takes 7 decimations to even half the total length of the train. You'll be lucky now. Of course! Thank you so much for the raid! Thank you so much! Get some rest, get something to drink, something to eat. Thank you! The prison young! What?
No, Savvy, don't.
Ignore him, he just wants attention. Ooh, no one loves me.
I love you.
Aw, aren't you a cutie? Much cuter than Mika. That's not hard. And my name's Mika. Mika? 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 Mikael. Michael! I'm going to push you out of the carriage myself. Fine, fine, Mikael. Somehow that sounds worse. Fine. Then let's stick with Mika. Nini, can I ask you something? You said you remembered someone bringing you here, didn't you?
Kind of.
Can you tell me more?
I don't really... It's, like, the face was kind of blurry, then I fell asleep.
It's strange you're the only person who remembers anything. Nini shook her head, expressing how confused she was about it herself. It's okay, though. What about Rina guessing all of your answers back there? Are you sure you've never met?
I don't know. I don't remember her, but maybe.
No need to stress, we'll work it out. Did you two find anything? Nothing. There's nothing whatsoever that will give the code in here. It must be in those rooms. Which you haven't checked yet? Well, have you checked them? I guess not. Then shall we? Oh, here she is. That's Lina. That's who we haven't seen yet. Makes sense, right? Yes. It does make sense, but also it's like walking up to someone on the street and just going, Junge! Feels a little weird. We're fighting for our life in here, you know? Why don't we all just look together? Lina didn't answer. She simply winked back at Mikael. Hey! Don't flirt with my boyfriend! You know, when they split up in horror movies, people turn up dead. Don't scare Nini.
Don't worry, I'm not scared.
She opened the door, which seemed to lead to some kind of cabin, before closing it behind the two of them. Wanna go check it out? Yeah. We don't have much time left. Seth and Mikael both glanced up at the time. 40 minutes remained. We can't be far from the engine room now. You know, the longest train in the world carried 682 cars. That is not helping. I'm just saying we could be really far away from the engine room. Yeah, I got what you're saying. I'm telling you not to say it. Aye, aye, Captain. But we're not on a ship. Shut up and get in there. Oh. The room inside was cramped, as to be expected of such a small space, but immaculate. It seemed as if the two men had stepped into another world when compared to the bleakness of the carriage just beyond the door. Fresh roses sat on the desk. Even from a distance, Mikael could smell them. Not fake. I suppose we haven't been stuck here for too long, at least. Mikael let go of Seth after pulling him into the room and turned his back to the brown-haired man. Brown?! Stylistic brown, the way that a bunch of anime characters will have black hair and it's blue. There's gotta be something in here somewhere. There looks to be many things in here. Don't make me clarify. Obviously, I mean something useful. Well, I'm in here. You need to get your hearing checked. I didn't say something useless. No, be like, I know a place to bring you to visual novel with themes of sadness and depression with a side of romance. Yes! Yes! We like doing that here. Ouch. Hey, I know you love me, really. I do not. No need to deny it. You are literally the biggest asshole I've ever met. What a compliment. Which is strange, because you're also the nicest person I've ever met. You're such a weirdo. Mikael, do you promise you don't remember how we got here? I already told you. The last thing I remember, I think we were on the way to the cinema. The movie you wanted to see came out. The cinema? But the last thing I remember. His head throb pounded, desperately tried to stop him from thinking. Weren't we going somewhere on the way to the airport? Airport? I don't remember anything like that. Oh, what the fuck? Who are you? Who am I? Do we even really know each other? Are you lying to me? Our memory is not real. Holding his head, Seth fell to the wooden floor. Seth, are you okay? I'm fine. You're not fine. Come on, let me get you onto the bed. There's no time. There's no point getting off this stupid train if you kill yourself along the way. Mikael quickly helped Seth to his feet, then to the bed. It was ridiculously comfortable, more so than any train bed had any right to be. Thanks, Mika. Do we really know each other? What? You said it before. If they mess with our memories, we could be total strangers. Is that what you think? That everything we have is make-believe? I don't know. I really don't know. That really hurts, you know? Aww! Oh, that's so cute. I'm guessing there's several people that worked on the art, though. This is a highly different art style than the sprites. You're trying to tell me that every memory we have together is fake? Before Seth could react, Mikael had already pulled him backwards onto the bed and wrapped his thin arms around him. My 9th birthday party, the one where you accidentally lit your shirt on fire. When we graduated from high school and you tripped over in that puddle. Mika, after my mom died and you stayed with me for a week, I didn't mean, none of that is real. I'm sorry. What did you say about there being no need for sorries between us? I don't want you to say sorry. I just want you to say you're wrong. Oh, Mika, I'm never wrong. Sebastian. Now I'm in trouble. Oh, the full name. Or like, at least the full first name. I have to be wrong then. Because I don't want any of that to be fake at all. But if I'm right and we really are two strangers, then does it matter? What? What was it Nini said to you? What's in your head doesn't matter as much as what's in your heart? Kinda cheesy, and I kinda wanna die after hearing that side of my own voice, but she's a smart kid. Mika, even if we got out of here and found out we'd never met, that something with our memories isn't right, then I wouldn't care. We can just make new memories, right? New memories together, right? It's purple. Huh? My favorite color is purple. Ah! I want to visit Iceland and see an Arctic fox. I'm 23. We're 1 year off. He's 23. My middle name is Julian. How long is this going to take? What else do you need to know? You don't need to tell me all at once. We'll have the rest of our lives to work it out, right? Sebastian, I need to tell you something. It's important, so can you not be an idiot for just 1 minute? Yeah. The truth is, it's that I kind of... Look, I'm in... Fucking cock blocked. Rest of their lives, that is a proposal. It is.
Steffi, Mika.
Oh. Rina quickly covered both of Nini's eyes. She flailed around, trying to be free of her hands. As Mikael and Seth both jumped out of bed, Rina instantly turned around, either truly embarrassed or feigning it enough to be believable. Are you two decent? We never weren't. Really? It seemed to me that you were canoodling in bed together. It's not like that. Of course not. Nini, go back to the other room. But we'll be there. We'll be there in a second. The two men waited patiently as Nini left, and the room was filled with silence. Whether she would scold them or not, they weren't sure, but they felt like two schoolboys in trouble. Sorry, I realize we don't have the time to be wasting. What? I'm not upset. You're not? She shook her head and a gentle smile rose to her face. I'm happy to see the two of you, well, happy. Together. I've just been worried, you know? About what? It's hard to explain, but seeing the two of you fighting makes me feel upset, I guess. Come on, we found something in the other room. Rina left first, leaving Mikael and Sev alone with only her words as company. What are you trying to say, Xario? She's actually really nice, isn't she? I'm not going to lie, I thought she was about to put us both in our places. We didn't do anything wrong. You're wasting time. Apart from waste valuable time. But it's fine sometimes, I guess. Maybe more fine when our lives don't hang in the balance. Oh, before we go, what were you about to say? It's nothing important. It can wait until we get out of here. How broken is it? It depends on what you're trying to say. I have a feeling I know what you're trying to say, and it's very broken. Let's catch up with Lin and Nini then. Let's go! That was a confession though. Looks like the lovebirds are finished.
Nina, what's a lovebird?
It means, well, you see, Nini, a lovebird is actually a type of parrot that's native to the forest and savannas. Right, that is definitely what I meant. What did you find?
Nini, show it to Mika.
With an exasperated sigh, Mikael took a small piece of paper from Nini. It seemed to have some strange symbol on it. Or at least a bit of a strange symbol. It seemed to be one piece of 4. I can't really tell what it is from such a small piece. Is it really the code to open the door? What if it's just some trash? Did you find anything better to look into while you were canoodling? I don't canoodle. And I especially don't canoodle with him. Mika, you're breaking my heart here. Oh, my bad. Didn't realize you were born with one.
Mika, you're so funny.
Thanks. I am pretty funny, aren't I? Much less funny when you say it yourself. It's like laughing at your own joke. You should be your own #1 fan.
Oh.
Nini's eyes were filled with wonder. If she had a notepad and a pencil, she definitely would have written down what he just said. Wait, what did he say? Like, exactly? You should be your own #1 fan. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, ooh. It's this kind of notepad. Okay. I was about to say I'll write it down. I have a notepad, but... You always laugh at your own jokes because you're hilarious. I mean, you have to be able to laugh at your own jokes, no? Was this made in Rempe? Highly likely. I didn't look it up, but it could be. That was actually kind of cool. I'll direct your eyes to the time we have left. 25 minutes. 25 minutes and we don't know how much longer we have to go.
Yeah, hurry up, you guys.
The other pieces must be in there somewhere. Let's take a look. Oh, okay. A comfortable looking chair sat beside a small table. On top of it, absolutely nothing that interested Seth in the slightest. Still, he searched around the area and came up with nothing. Until he felt on a table where a piece of paper was taped to it. Who does that? Tape something to the bottom of a table? Whoever put it here, obviously. Touché. Okay, what about this one? The bed in this room was still in pristine condition, perfectly made and awaiting someone much too rich. Unlike the bed in the other cabin, which is a disheveled mess after we... What are you muttering about over there? Something Nini shouldn't be hearing, I think. It's fine, she's over at the other side of the room. I was just comparing this bed, so perfectly made, to the one in the other room after Mikael pushed me down onto it. His strength was immense. Oh. That is not what happened. It is quite literally what happened. You wish I pushed you down on a bed. Seth shrugged in response, which only furthered Mikael's annoyance. How about you stop chatting so much and get searching? Your laid-backness is starting to make me mad. He's right, you do seem very calm. Oh no, I'm panicking pretty bad right now. I just usually make jokes to cover it up. It's my way of dealing with shit, I guess. Alright, fair. So easily accepted. Oh, here, I found another one. Rena pulled a piece of paper out from the pillowcase and showed it off to the others.
Yay, Dina, what are you guys talking about over here anyway?
Rainbows, unicorns, you know, all that good stuff.
Oh, I want to join in.
Maybe when you're a little older, Nini. Okay, what's over here? The desk to the right of the room was relatively bare, minus a large bunch of roses and lamps. Mikael busied himself over the other side of the room. Seth quickly checked the drawers. A Bible. Does anyone actually read hotel Bibles? A notepad. Hey, Nini could have used this a minute ago. And something that was sticky to the touch that Seth wanted to try to forget instantly. Oh. What are you touching? Ew. I don't want to know. I don't want to think about it. I'm going to expel this memory from my mind and never use his hand to eat again. Well, while you're busy fingering that unknown substance, look at what I found. Looking awfully proud of himself, Mikael held a slip of paper between his fingers. Yeah. Oh, by the way, look at this. Seth held up his hand. When Mikael peered in closer, trying to find what he was looking for, he wiped his palm against the dual-haired boy's face. No! What the hell are you doing? There. Now I've fingered the unknown substance and you've had it all over your face. We match. You just wait, Sebastian. Karma will get you, and if it doesn't, I will. I think that's everything. The group gathered around a small coffee table and set their scraps of paper down. Seth quickly rearranged them until they formed a certain pattern. Wait! Hold on! Huh! What is that? What does it open? It opens the website of the people who made this. 2.5studios.com. Aw, sweet. It's a working QR code. It just goes to the website. That's cool. Oh, I own another game made by them. Interesting. Thank you for trying it anytime. Does anyone have a phone?
I don't own one.
Is this dude eating beans? Oh no, not the beans guy. Beans. One of these days, one of these QR codes is never gonna give you up. Getting rickrolled in this day and age, I think would actually be something new. I have not been rickrolled in ages. I think mine was taken. Mikael paused in his search as he felt something in his pocket. Oh, I have mine. Pass it here. What's your passcode? 7295. Hold on. Is that ever gonna be important? I don't know. 7295. I'm gonna write it down now. I'm never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Got it. Let's try scanning this, shall we? A website instantly popped up for companies Seth hadn't ever heard of. Only was a single word. Together. Oh, so that's a code? It's together. Come on, let's go. It doesn't say that when I scan the QR code though. Once again, the group rushed towards the still locked door. Together. Never gonna play around and desert you. You could also make notes in the game. Oh, right. I can only write like this. Alright, perfect. What? The door should have opened for them, brought them just a little closer to their freedom, but instead nothing happened. Wait, I'm sure that was it. Something's wrong. At that moment, the light in the cabin flickered out before coming back a second later. A grating, metallic sound came from the other side of the carriage. Huh? Look, a button. Weird. Why would this one need a button when the rest just all opened?
Do you think it's the last door?
They glanced up at the remaining time. 7 minutes, 30 seconds. I hope so. Go wait at the door, I'll open it. Sav, I have a bad feeling about it. It's fine. Stop being such a worrywart. Seth hit the button and the door instantly opened. Unlike all the others beforehand, which had gone at a speed comparable to a snail, this was almost immediate. See? I told you so. I guess. The train shook back and forth, the groan becoming almost deafening. But as soon as Seth's hand came off the button, it closed again. If anyone had been halfway between the rooms, they would have gotten cut in half. There's something wrong with this button. Wait, that can't be right. Nina ran over to the button and pressed it herself. It opened, then instantly closed again. The time on the wall hit 5 minutes remaining. It didn't make a sound, not a tick to be heard, yet the group felt like every second that went down sounded awfully heavy. It shouldn't be like this. The power shortage. It must have messed with the button and the lights. No. Nini, come with me. We need to search the next room now for any way to stop this train. Mikael, you come too. Mika frowned and shook his head. I'm not going anywhere without him.
Fine. Quickly, Nini.
Two girls ran through the door to the room beyond.
It's the engine room.
Is there a way to stop this thing?
No, there's... All the controls are locked down. I think the door needs to be closed.
I'll open the door for you three to go through and stop the train. It'll be fine. Are you insane? This carriage is going to go at any second. If we keep going, you'll be gone before we can stop it. Mikael, it'll be fine. Just trust me. Stop being so goddamn calm for 1 second. Seth, this isn't a joke. This is a matter of life or death. At some point, Seth's hand had started to shake. He stared down at them, willing them to stop, but they wouldn't. At this point, they couldn't. Mika, I know what's at risk here. But if there's a choice between risking myself or watching you die, what do you think I'd pick? I'm not losing you. Just go already before we're out of time. For once you say something that makes sense. Between risking myself and watching you die, there's no choice whatsoever. Nina. I'm so sorry, Mikael. Seth? Mikael rushed forward and grabbed Seth by the shoulder, catching him off guard enough to push him away and into Dinah. He slammed his fist against the button while Dinah dragged Seth towards the door. Wait, what are you doing? Mikael, stop! I can't, I'm sorry. And I'm sorry for saying sorry again. No. Seth, in case we never see each other again, promise me you remember this. I'm really in love. The game does look good, yeah. Seth slammed his fist against the door as hard as he could, so hard that the skin began to break and the metal was dyed red. Please, Mika. He sank to his knees, his fist never leaving the door.
Quickly, Nini, start pressing buttons. Which ones?
All of them! Why did you... He really cared for you, you know that? Earlier, he made me promise that if anything happened to him, I would help you escape. You can't die, not here. Her last sentence was nothing more than a whisper. Warning, 10 seconds remain.
Shit, which one is it? This one!
As Nini's hand slammed down on the button, the speeding scenery outside the window began to slow. 7 seconds. The swaying began to falter. 5 seconds. The screeching quietened. 2 seconds. The train finally halted in place. Congratulations, you have escaped.
We did it! We need to open the door, Mika!
I'm sorry, you didn't deserve this. The door to the previous carriage opened. But beyond it, instead of facing the inside of the steel beast, the sky was beginning to break over the horizon. The achievement I get for this is called Want to Know Some Train Facts. What the fuck? Well, that's only slightly depressing. That's only slightly depressing. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Where the fuck is my cursor? Hello? Help. Oh. The name of the achievement is slightly off track. Okay, so that's one thing done, and I guess he's dead. Cool. The voices rose in a chorus, cascading up, 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 far into the sky and beyond, starting as small as a whisper before rising to a crescendo that threatened to pierce even the heavens themselves. Booming, deafening, it echoed throughout the hall, yet at the same time it was the most fragile, delicate sound to ever grace your ears. It made you feel at home, yet as if you longed for home. It made you feel at peace, yet as if you wished for peace. And home and peace were far from this place. Oh, a church. Sebastian opened his eyes. Behind them, a dull ache that made him want to instead keep them shut and sleep for the rest of eternity. Yet he persisted. persevered and took in his surroundings. A high ceiling, decorated, as some might say, godly. Rows and rows of pews, all lined up and awaiting an audience that seemed to be missing. An altar and an organ, which sat covered in a layer of dust. Where am I? Where is this? The church was covered in a deadly quiet. It felt as if he'd woken up after the waltz had ended and he was the last person left. I was at home and then nothing. Seth stood from his seat and walked slowly between the pews. Empty, abandoned, it seemed a little ironic that a place like this would be deserted. A place of faith, of family and friends, but now that was all gone. Now all that was left was a feeling of absence. A ray of light shone in from a window, cascading over the room, and that's when he noticed it. A young woman kneeling in prayer. Ooh! Give me strength to go on, and the courage to find a way. Seth stood a distance away, listening to her quiet words. Most of them were merely whispers, but every now and then he would pick up on what she was saying. Even Seth didn't know how long they stayed like that. The young woman, so fair-looking that she may indeed have been a ghost, locked in a prayer, and Seth didn't dare to interrupt her. Finally, just as he was about to make a move, she spoke up. Who are you? My name's Sebastian. Sebastian, do you know where we are? Seth's voice echoed through the empty chamber. The young lady's back seemed small, fragile, weak, and her voice cracked as she replied. I don't know. I don't know where this is. I'll try the doors. We should probably work out where we are. I tried them all already. They're all locked. The windows won't break. I can't find any way out. There's no way out. Maybe we've been stranded here for our sins. Well, that's not a great sign. No, it's not. I'm not really one to believe in sins and hell and all that jazz, so I think there's probably another reason we're here. How about you tell me your name? My name? Her words were strained, tinged with pain. Yeah, my words are also strained, tinged with pain. Tinged. The music is really nice though. She stood from the place, brushed off her dark red dress, then ran at Seth. Before he had the time to react, she had already wrapped her arms around the brown-haired man and buried her face into him. I don't know what my name is. I don't remember. Maybe I never had one in the first place. I don't know where I am or why I'm here, and I'm so scared right now that I could cry, but for some reason seeing you puts my mind at ease. I feel as though you're important, and I can trust you. Awkwardly, Seth wrapped his arm around the young lady and patted her back. Sorry, that must be hard on you. I also have no clue why we're here, but we'll find a way out. By the way, my friends usually call me Seth. You can too if you want. Seth, okay. How about we... Attention, I don't know how to say this word, Prakens? The timer has now begun. You have 2 hours to escape before the church is decimated. Good luck. Hit me night of once. What? Did that just... Before he could finish his question, a timer appeared on one wall of the church. It was already showing that under 2 hours remained. Escape in 2 hours? Is this some kind of practical joke? You're not lying about your amnesia, right? Oh, also, yay! Another game for the... We're playing games with amnesiac protagonists and characters list. Woo! She shook her head, her light hair flicking out around her. I remember nothing. Estimation of how to pronounce Kraken, but you don't know. I know you said you tried the door, but there must be some way out of here. Come on, quickly. Got it. Seth and a mysterious, unnamed woman split up, pushing and pulling and trying desperately to budge even a single door. But they wouldn't move an inch. Maybe we need a key, but I don't see any keyholes. It's like they're not even real doors. Maybe they're not. Sorry, wrong voice. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're all fakes, designed to make us think we have a chance of getting out. Well, I usually like to be a little more optimistic than that. If someone put us in here, then there's a way back out. I do have a special skill involving doors that I could show you if you want it. Will it open any of them? Probably not. Having given up on breaking any of the windows or making any of the doors budge, Seth started flipping over anything and everything he could find, searching for, well, anything. Hey, what's this? A phone? A phone? Can you call for help? Seth shook his head. No service. We must be in the middle of nowhere. Of course. I hold on to it anyway. We might need it. The room fell into silence as the two strangers contemplated what was going on. They begged and pleaded for some answer to call out to them from the dark, to show them the way. Do you think we're the last people on Earth? I hope not. Why? Between the loneliness of being the last people alive and being dead, there's no competition. That's true. Also, I'm just saying this now in case I end up being right. I don't want any kids. Works for me. I don't either. Oh my god, I can't laugh, it hurts too much. Imagine literally being the last people on Earth and like, I don't want any kids. Me either. For the first time, the girl cracked a smile. It was glorious, radiant and beautiful. Your dress is nice, by the way. You look like you're from the past. Thank you, As if in answer to the previous prayer, for someone to call out from the dark to save them, a muffled sound came from somewhere behind the organ. You're going to make a bingo card? Do it! Please! Please don't be zombies, please don't be zombies, or vampires. The girl, curious, sprang to her feet and walked behind the organ. A gasp followed. What the? Is everything okay? There's a coffin back here. The color drained from Seth's face. A game of life or death he could deal with. Being possibly kidnapped he could deal with. I knew it was going to be zombies. Wait, wouldn't a coffin more likely have a vampire in it though? As Seth approached, the coffin shook and trembled. Whatever was inside wanted out now. Is someone locked in there? You know what? I don't think this is all that relevant and we can find somewhere else to explore. She put her ear to the coffin just in time for a muffled yell to escape it. Oh god, oh no, sorry lady, but I can't do this. Look, there's some kind of panel here. We can put in a password. I really think we should... There must be a password somewhere in here. Aren't you afraid? Of what? Coffins usually, you know, hold dead bodies. But listen, whatever in there is obviously not dead. That's so much worse. How can you not see how much worse that is? You stay here while I go look around for a code. No, wait, don't leave me here. She instantly left him there. Don't make any sounds, okay? I said don't make any sound. The coffin started shaking. Oh, move. Bad coffin. Shh, be quiet. So I'm going to die from zombie attack in a church in the middle of nowhere. Boo. That's not funny. Did you find anything? It seems to me like you don't want to get that open. No, never. Well, luckily for you, I found nothing. Whew. But unluckily for you, I think it has something to do with the phone you found. I take back my view. This thing, huh? I'll take a look. Oh, it needs an unlock code. What? A second code? I can't even find one. I know it. Wait. If I say I don't know it, are we gonna get a bad ending? Let me see. And you already checked everywhere? The unnamed girl nodded. There's nothing anywhere, nothing I can find anyway. Seth stared at the lock screen. It was almost like somewhere on the edge of his consciousness he knew it. Those 4 simple numbers. But no matter how hard he said it, no matter how much he racked his brain, he didn't know the code. We must be missing something. Come on, let's check around again. I thought you didn't want to get it open. I don't, but I want to die even less than that, and the time was already going down fast. Already the timer was below 1 hour and 30 minutes. I want to see what the bad ending is. What was once a respectable but somewhat dusty church became what could be almost described as a bomb zone. Furniture had been upturned, pushed aside, flipped on the side, searching for something, searching for anything that would give them a clue how to proceed. Seconds became minutes, minutes snowballed into an hour, and soon a timer ticked down under 10 minutes. It's no good, is it? We can't give up now. The girl shook her head. It's okay. You're tired, aren't you? Seth's clothes were already darkened with dust and dirt, and his face was covered in a layer of sweat. In the past hour, he'd truly torn his place apart. He was left panting and gasping for air as he collapsed onto the one pew that was left standing. The young woman with hair and skin so fine sat down next to him. I suppose this is the end. Don't say that. It's okay. I know when to give up. It's a shame because I feel like the future had more in store for us. I don't know why. No funny jokes? I'm sorry. I've missed something. This is my fault. She shook her head. Maybe this is for the best. How'd you come to that conclusion? Maybe there really is a zombie in there, and by not letting it out, we're saving the whole world. You think so? No, but it makes me feel a little better. Maybe we're not even on Earth anymore. Maybe we're on some alien planet. Or maybe we're test subjects in a lab somewhere. Maybe this is all a TV show and people's cameras will come out any second now? Sev. Sorry, I'm rambling. No, thank you for sticking with me. What's the least I could do? Maybe we meet in the next life. Maybe we will. Warning, 10 seconds remain. The time ticked down under 10 seconds and the girl closed her eyes, awaiting whatever was coming to them. Goodbye, Seth. Goodbye, Ah! Ah! The building collapsed in on itself. All that remained was a pile of rubble. In his last moments, Seth thought of one name in particular. Nina. Interesting. So that's a bad ending. Okay. Well, we know how to get into that phone, so I know it. I know it. If you get a bad ending, you have to train to get the good one. Does anyone have a phone? But I think mine was taken. Oh. Mikael paused in the search as he felt something in his pocket. I have mine. Pass it here. What's your passcode? Seth, are you okay? A grief came over Seth's heart from a place unknown. What was that? Who was that? I think I know the password. For the phone? Seth nodded and pulled it back out of his pocket. It awaited the 4-digit code that would unlock it. It's 7295. You might be sick, but you know what you never be sick of or get sick of? My puns. That's very true. What is that background picture? It's so blurry. I definitely remember the phone code. With the sound of a lock coming loose, the lock screen faded away and in its place was a single word. Coffin. Coffin? Is that meant to be the code? That is a terrible password. That's like the equivalent of making your password ABC123. You say that, but neither of us guessed it. Fair point. Neither the girl nor Seth made a move to walk towards the coffin. Aren't you going to open it? You're the one who wants to open it. Can't you do it? But what if it really is a zombie? Then we die. So you agree? No, I'm just messing with you. I just think it would be funny if you opened it. It's not a zombie. It's not a zombie. Okay, here we go. It's the code. Coffin. How do you know the phone password, by the way? I'm so sorry. Did you find it somewhere? I have no clue. It just kind of came to me. Are you a mind reader or something? That would be helpful, but no. Or I don't think so. The panel beside the coffin let out a ding and a click came from within. Seth leaned in close, putting both hands on the lid. He lifted it slowly, carefully, ready to slam it back down at the first sign of aggression. You asshole! Nope, no zombie attacks today. He slammed the lid back down and quickly sat on it. Underneath him it shook wildly, and a voice could be heard from within much more clearly than before. 1, 2, 3, 4. Seth, I think that's a person. It might have used to have been a person, but it's definitely a zombie. I know it might seem outlandish, but there's actually been a lot of research into several diseases that can make your body become zombie-like. No, I really think there's a human in there. Oh. Seth fell back onto the floor and the lid of the coffin immediately flew off. Someone or something jumped out of the prison with speed, a blur so fast that Seth couldn't do anything to stop it. The thing grabbed onto Seth's sleeve. Please no, I don't want to be eaten by a zombie today. What the hell are you blabbering about, asshole? Wait a second, Sebastian? Seth stared into the face of the young man. He was probably in his 20s, with dual-colored hair and a matching outfit to boot. He stared and stared, waiting for his brain to kick in and tell him who it was. My head. Alright, asshole, why the hell did you put us in there, huh? Where are we? What are we doing here? First of all, asswipe is a shit insult. Second, I didn't do anything to you. In fact, I think you should be thanking me, considering I just let you out. Thanking you? Oh, that's rich. Get fucked. I'm not thanking anyone. I'm going to put you back in there. You are not. Seth grabbed the man and had nearly picked him up when his companion finally raised her voice. Okay, that's enough. Stop fighting. What's going on here? Here, do you two know each other? No. Unfortunately. My what? This asshole is probably the one who brought us here in the first place. Huh? Speak for yourself. Seth. Oh, are you his girlfriend or something? No, we don't know each other. What's your name? Mika. And yours? I don't have a name. Nina. Hey, where the fuck do you come from? Me?
Yes, you're Nina.
My name is Nina. Wait, do you know her? Do you know Nina? The little girl shook her head.
I just know that Nina is Nina.
Okay, did you come out of the coffin? Leave her alone, you probably put her in there too. Look, I don't know what your problem is, but we're all stuck here just the same. Do you get a voice telling us we only have 2 hours to escape? Seth looked away from Mika and instead to the new arrival. Now, what's your name?
Nini. I'm 8.
Well, Nini, that's 8. It's nice to meet you. My name's Sebastian. If you want, you can call me Seth. All the really cool people do, and you look like a cool person. Nini's face brightened up immediately.
Okay, Seth. I was in a coffin with Mika.
Mika? Shut up. You shut up. Enough, that's enough. Look, now we all know each other's names. We need to trust each other. Trust this jerk? No way in hell. What is his problem? I don't even know him. I don't think, anyway. We're already under 1.5 hours left. That's no time at all. Whatever. What do we do? To be honest, we were hoping the way out would be in there. Seth nodded towards the coffin. It's a coffin, not a door. Oh shit, my apologies. I've always had a problem telling the difference. You know, both wooden, big, they open. My bad. Mikael rolled his eyes. Why don't you go ahead and check the doors then? Since you didn't seem to bother trying, I think I will. We're running out of variation as to how these people start off with each other. Yeah, but this is the last one, I think. It's the last one we can start with, at least, so... That's a coffin, you're coughing. Yeah, no, I am, though. I also thought to myself, like, haha, I'm coughing. Mika turned and one by one tested each door. He then picked up a loose brick and threw it at the window, which simply bounced back and hit him in the chest.
What's Mika doing?
Making a fool out of himself. Given up and filled with embarrassment, he made the walk of shame back to the trio. How'd it go for you? Maybe you want to try the coffin again? There's a clue hidden here somewhere.
Excuse me.
This place is huge. It could be anywhere.
Excuse me, Mika. Seth, Nene.
What is it? Nini pointed back into the coffin.
There's a word written up there. On the lid.
Oh. Could have told us about it, Mika. Don't call me that, and I couldn't see it before.
It was really dark in there. I was scared, but Mika told me some funny stories so I wouldn't cry anymore.
Aww. That's so sweet. No Pokemon humor. Which one is that? Is that the smiley one? It says underneath.
Underneath?
So we have to search under something. Let's split up and take a look around. Quickly, too. Nini followed behind Mika like a lost puppy, though he didn't look particularly upset by that. Nina's a pretty name. It is. Do you think it's your real name? It feels right, so I guess they'll do. Anyway, how do you know Mika?
We did it! We need to open the door, Mika.
I'm sorry, you didn't deserve this. What? Who was that? I really don't think I do. But he recognized you instantly. Have you lost your memories too? I don't think so. Wait, how do you know if you've only lost some memories if you can't remember which memories you lost? Cheery purple sphere with a golden boats on its body that emits toxic gases. Yeah, no, that is the one I was thinking of. That's a good question. Either way, he does seem upset at you. A full pang ran through his heart. Yeah, maybe I should go bug him. That doesn't seem like a good... With a spring in his step, he bounded over to the man who looked like he walked right off the set of a black and white movie. Did you know that they invented color televisions in the 1950s? Is that a joke? A pickup line? I just thought maybe you didn't get the memo. You got a problem with how I dress?
Nah.
Nah. Sure sounds like you do.
Nah.
Is there something you want? Yeah. Well, hurry up and say it. Oh, I just wanted to say hi and ask why you seem to hate me. How'd you get us out of the coffin? Oh, I used this. Seth held up the phone, his new prize, only to have it nearly snatched away by Mikael. Where did you find that? Just kind of over there. Well, it's mine, so I'd appreciate you giving it back. If you say please. Please. Pretty please. I'm not.
Say pretty please with cherries on top, Mika.
Mika, why does it hurt when she says that? I'm not doing that. Fine, then I'll settle for you telling me what your problem is with me. You left me when I needed you most. What, he's the avatar? Happy now? Nice to know you forgot about me so fast. Mikael grabbed his mobile before Seth could argue. Any luck over here? I might have gotten a chance to search if I wasn't being harassed by a certain someone.
How about under there?
Nini pointed back at the coffin, unsure of herself.
That's a great idea, Nini.
Let's find out. All four braced themselves to push as if their lives depended on it, and all four nearly fell flat on their faces as it pushed to the side with ease. Hiding under where the coffin once sat was a rectangular hole that led down into complete darkness. Oh, inviting. Seth kicked a rock down the hole and waited for it to hit the bottom for longer than he would have preferred. Ladies first? Scared? No. Well, a little. I mean, that's a long drop and it's kinda dark. So how about you go first? Get your ass down there. Aye aye. Seth took a deep breath, then slowly made the descent. Cold clung to the metal of the rungs, chilling Seth to his core. Every step downwards took him further into the darkness, which soon consumed all of his vision. All that existed for a brief moment was himself, the bite of the cool metal and the darkness. Are you okay down there? At this point, Rina's voice sounded distant and foreign, as if it was from another time, another place. No, they did not mention the letter at all. They were just like, oh, it's completely black in there, and they throw down a pebble or a stone of some kind, but apparently there's a letter there. I've fallen all the way down and broke my leg. Help!
Oh no!
Don't listen to him. He can't take anything seriously. Down, 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 and down even more until finally he saw a dim light below him and his feet touched the ground. I'm at the bottom. It's safe, so stop coming now.
Nini, you go next. It's so dark.
Don't worry, Sav is at the bottom and he'll catch you if you fall. Just go slowly, okay?
Okay.
In record speed, Nini reached the tunnel below and was helped down from the final rung by Seth. Nina joined them a minute later, and finally Mikael started the descent. Don't fall! I have no plan to. But you don't usually plan for things like that to happen, do you? As he hit the final rung, Seth put his hand out to help the man, but it was swatted away with annoyance. I also thought though, like, because they made no mention of that, I also thought that we're supposed to jump down into a deep black hole where we don't know what's at the bottom or where the bottom is, so I wouldn't recommend doing that. Finally, with all 8 feet on solid ground, the four regrouped. Nini ran over to Mika and wrapped her arms around his legs. Hey, what are you doing?
I'm glad you didn't fall, Mika.
Yeah, glad you didn't fall too. Mika's usually frowning face softened a little as Nini beamed up at him.
Hey, Nina.
Yes?
How do you think Nini knew your name?
Nina looked away and shook her head. I have no clue.
Do you think you two know each other? If you did, why would she keep it a secret? Good point.
You don't think she brought us here?
Maybe. But she's a good girl, so I hope not. Me too.
What are you two whispering about? Oh, we're just talking about you, don't worry. Hey, only good things, I promise. Ah, are you okay? Helena jumped to the side, clutching onto the oversized sleeve of Seth's jumper. I'm okay, I just thought I saw something move in the shadows. Are you afraid of the dark? Looking out for ninjas! Scared that society is on the verge of collapse, and when the day comes your loved ones may not survive, you may even be forced to go against them. It's not messed up, but then maybe it's a good thing if society collapses. As an institution, has they done more harm than good? Those two sides of the argument spin in your mind until... What? Third option has a typo? What? Where? Where? Where is it? I did not see the typo. Where is it? She's new. Your loved ones as opposed to your loved ones. Ah, okay, but the game has a few of those. The game has a few of those. But to be fair, I also am never sure where to put apostrophes, so... I know you could read fast, but a lot like that is... I mean, I'm only doing that for fun. I would not read something aloud like that with that speed all the time. That's not... Afraid of the dark? The ninjas thing doesn't make sense, and the other one makes even less sense. So, no script reading stream at that speed. Let's go. We could read My Immortal. We could read My Immortal if I'm not sick. When I'm not sick. Are you afraid of the dark? A little. In one smooth movement, Seth linked his arm together with Nina. thinness pulling the two closer together. There, nothing to be afraid of. The group followed the underground hallway further and further. The air felt stale, undisturbed for a length of time none of them knew. For some time, the only sound that filled the silence was their footsteps. Mikael's hurried and heavy, Nini's at double the speed just to keep up, and Lily and Seth's who were in sync. The path seemed to go on forever. Time was ticking down, steadily and surely, until finally they found what they were looking for. 2 doors. We should stick together and check each in turn. Nope, we'll take this door. Come on, Nini. Mikael. Damn. As the two walked through the open doorway, it automatically shut behind them, instantly cutting them from vision. He really doesn't like you. Can't say I'm much of a fan of his either. Shall we then? Not many other choices, I suppose. The pair took the door to the right, as decided by Mikael's rash decision. Okay. To the doorway was a large staircase that led further down. How deep does this thing go anyway? Too deep for my liking. Why would anyone have all of this on their church? And what did they use it for? Maybe there'll be someone else down here who can help us, or the person who brought us here in the first place. Inez kept tightened on Seth. You didn't do it, did you? What if I did? Well, I would have to turn and run. Really? Of course. Whoever brought us here must be some crazy perverse weirdo. Sounds kinda like me. What do you think? I think you couldn't have come up with something so elaborate. Ouch. It's true though, I'm probably not smart enough to come up with all of this. You're safe with me, I promise. I can't make any promise for Mikael though. Even though the idea of being watched from somewhere is terrifying, I think I'd rather that than having to doubt any of you. Yeah, me too. Well, Mikael's kind of an asshole, so I already doubt him, but the rest of you? Finally, the steps that led ever downward came to an end. The duo walked in a large archway that was decorated with the aged face of a large lion. An empty room. Hey, would you look at that? The room was relatively bare. A light was bolted to one wall, flickering and leaving creeping shadows over every surface. Each tabletop was completely bare. Whatever the room was once for and whatever once sat on these tables was long gone. But most importantly, along one wall was a long, thin window that looked into a matching room. On the other side was Mikael and Nini. You too? Did you find anything? Huh. I think the rooms are completely soundproof. Let's test, shall we? Hey, Mikael! Mika! Can you hear me, Mika? Mikael's face twisted in confusion as Seth twisted and twirled around the room. I'd say we're good. He poked out his tongue at Mikael, who quickly raised his middle finger in response. So crude. When you're done dancing, take a look at this. Sitting just under the window inbuilt to the wall was a monitor covered in a layer of dust. Linda brushed it off, then wiped her hand against Seth's sleeve. Hey! It says the door to leave your room will open in exactly 45 minutes. 45? We don't have the time for that. Alternatively, you may press the button on the screen to open the other team's door immediately. Their door? How's that helpful? So, they probably have a button to press too, so if you both press it, then both doors will open? Hopefully. Thank you for the pat and night return. Do you trust that Mikael will really press if we press ours? I trust him about as far as I can throw him. Though to be honest, I do think I could throw him a far away. He's pretty short. Hey! Beyond the glass, Nini and Mikael were both looking down at something deep in conversation. A few moments later, Mikael held up his phone screen to the window. Press your button. What, just us? Nini, is there anything we can write on anywhere? Doesn't look like it. Interpretive dance it is. Seth waved his arms at the window, getting their attention just in time for his performance to begin. He shook his head, let out an exasperated sigh, and pointed back at Mikael in an exaggerated, accusatory way. After, he feigned pressing a button, then pointed back at Mikael, then repeated the actions once more. Even through a soundproof room, Seth could hear the vein popping on his forehead. I love the chibi artwork. Mikael turned back to his phone, typed angrily for around 20 seconds, and shoved his screen back at the window. On it was language so colorful it almost made Seth blush, but it all boiled down to something like this. Push your button or I'm going to break down this wall and make you press it. Once again, he busied himself typing. Why? Hey, hold on! Why does Nini have her middle finger up as well? Just trust me. If he doesn't press it, would Nini? I would think so. But I don't know. And what should we do? It's up to you. Whatever you decide, I'll have your back. And what if I really was the person who locked us all down here? Wouldn't I make a bad decision on purpose? How do you know you can trust me? Nini simply shook her head. I remembered a few things. Really? She nodded, hesitating to continue. It's really hazy. Whenever I try to think too hard, my head starts hurting, throbbing. It feels like lightning behind my eyes. But I remember a house out in the middle of a field, far away from any city. And I lived there with my father. That sounds nice. He would take me out to play in the fields. He let me practice makeup on him even though he could never get it off. He played dress-ups with me and he played a princess so I could be the queen. Nina clutched the front of her dress tightly. And you remind me of him a lot. So I trust you. I don't think that's misplaced. Nini is a very curious child. She's a fast learner. He must have been really good looking then. Smart, funny, thoughtful, generous, kind, reliable. Okay, I get the idea. Oh, good. With a smile, Seth turned back to the monitor. To press or not to press? Can I trust him? I'm guessing if we don't press it, we get another bad ending. I kind of do want to see the bad endings though, so no, don't press it. I can't do it. Seth turned away from both the monitor and Mikael's judging eyes. He'll leave us here if we press it. Then we wait. I don't think he's very happy. Nina nodded back towards the window where Mikael was banging on it soundlessly. Whatever colorful words were escaping his lips were fortunately lost before they ever reached him. The brown-haired man shook his head. Sorry, Mikael, I can't trust you. I want to trust you, but I can't. It seemed as if Mikael went through all 5 stages of grief in a constant cycle. But no matter how much Seth insisted he press his button first, he utterly refused. Maybe his side actually, like he wants to press it, but maybe he has to wait for us to press it. See, if he really wanted to get out of here, he'd do it, wouldn't he? Yeah. Ignoring the furious white and black-haired man behind the window, Seth used one of the tables as a chair, his back turned to them. When the door opens, we won't have much time. 15 minutes, maybe. Yeah. It probably won't be enough time, will it? Maybe not. The 45 minutes wait was slow, almost torturous. The seconds ticked down on the clock until finally the door opened. Mikael slammed into it only a few moments later. You asshole! Mikael with Nini in tow stormed into the room. What the hell were you thinking? Hey, what do you mean, what was I thinking? You refused to press yours first. And don't you think there's a good reason for that? What, did you think after you let us out we would have just abandoned you in here? I'm not you. Come on, Nini, we're getting out of here, alone. But those two want us to die, I won't let that happen. They joined hands, Nini trailing behind Mikael as he stormed out of the room. Let's go check their room. Okay, good idea. Outside of the newly opened door was another long wide tunnel that stretched into the darkness. Mikael and Nini were already long gone. This must be their room. Directly next to the door they had just left was another one, exactly the same as the last. Feeling like a knot was already forming in his stomach, Seth led the way into the room. The room was exactly the same as theirs, which came at no surprise, seeing as they could see the majority of it from the window. A light bolted to the wall, a row of tables, the window, and lastly, the monitor. Nina approached it first and a timer ticked down below 5 minutes. Her eyebrow twitched, a frown forming as she continued reading. Oh no. What is it? The doors will automatically open in 45 minutes. If you convince the other team to press the button, your door will open and you will be able to open their door from the other side. If you press your button, the doors will open in 1 hour.
Ah!
What? The knot in Steph's stomach twisted and turned in regret. Then, Shit. There was no way to know. If he just explained instead of only writing press your button, it might have helped. I should have trusted him. I messed up. I really messed up. Come and sit next to me. Sitting on a table, she scooted over to make room for him. But the timer... There's not enough time. So let's sit together while we still have the chance. He couldn't think of any words to say, so instead he just sat. It sounded low and soft. Warning, 10 seconds remain. She hummed a song of simple pleasures, sunlight on your face, a home-cooked meal waiting for you, walking by yourself surrounded by nature. A song of sadness, of loneliness, of a lifetime of regret. A song of the past and the future. What's that song? It's pretty. Linda smiled. Behind that smile was a sense of loss that only came from forgetting what was once important to you. It's my secret song. Now it's both of ours. Ah, okay. Anyway, press the button. And they took that secret to the grave! Welcome back. Trust is a strong word, don't you think? Something very hard to win. I don't trust him, but I'll choose to believe in him this time. I guess. Feel free to convince me otherwise. I could honestly go either way. If you want to believe in him, then I will too. Don't let me down, Mika. As soon as Steph's finger pressed down on the button, both Mikael and Nini's heads whipped around to look at something. The door opening, Steph assumed. And without missing a beat, Mikael and Nini were gone. Well, he let me down. Who would have guessed? Yo! Oh, I never doubted you for a second. How? I don't know what your instructions were, but ours said we had to convince you to press your button without pressing ours. A game designed to test our trust. And I knew we could trust you. You're such a bullshitter.
That's a bad word.
You're such a bull crapper. Doesn't really have the same impact. I don't care. If we're done with the sappy trash crap, then let's get out of here. Steph glanced at the remaining time, 1 hour. If we waited the 45 minutes out, we probably would have died, huh? Another long tunnel. How original.
Mika.
Mika bent down low enough for Nini to whisper into his ear. The further we go, the more worried I am that there isn't really any exit.
Nene, can you come with me? Come on.
The young girl grabbed Dina by the hand and pulled her further along the tunnel and rounded the corner until they were out of sight. What the? I'm coming too. Wait. Wrapped in darkness, it was hard to tell, but it almost seemed as if Mikael's expression had softened considerably. I just... What is it? I just wanted to say thanks for trusting me. You didn't have to. I might not have trusted you if our positions were flipped. Well, I wouldn't have, so thanks. It's fine. I just want us all to get out of here. It's as simple as that. We will. I hope so. Look, I feel like we need to clear the air a little. You said you know me. It's not that I've forgotten, I'm sure of it. We've never met. He looks like he's perpetually pouting. Yeah. Maybe he is. Your name is Sebastian, you're 23, you went to... I get it, you know me, but I don't know you. That's impossible. Why do you hate me then, specifically? Do you really have to say it? Well, I'm not a mind reader, I don't think anyway. We... Fine. Back when we were in high school, you made friends with me even though I was just an unpopular loser. And when I told you that, Look, it doesn't matter what I told you, but you dropped me as fast as you became friends with me. Asshole. a break. I don't even remember that. Then what? Out of the two of us, one of us has false memories? Or both of us? You sound insane, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt for now. I take back the asshole. Thanks. Oh, don't thank me. Thank yourself for looking like such an airheaded idiot. You're putting on a very convincing act. Eh? Oh, I always look like that. Do you always look how you look? You know, like someone put salt instead of sugar in your hot chocolate? You know what? You are an asshole. A complete and utter asshole who can't take a single thing seriously to save his life. I'm serious when I'm thanking someone. I don't believe you. Seth pulled on Mikael's long, oversized sleeve, forcing the two of them to stop face to face. Thank you. You still could have got out of your room and left us if you wanted to, so thank you. And I'm sorry. You don't need to say you're sorry to me. We're friends. There's no need for that, not between us. Sorry, if all of that did really happen between us. It's whatever. Come on, hurry up already. He turned away from Seth's earnest expression and quickened his pace, rounding the curved tunnel. Nini? What are you muttering about? Not even though you're welcome? Shut up for a second. Then he saw it. Lena on the ground and Nini standing next to her body. Hello?
Mika, Seth.
Did you?
No!
Mika frowned, speeding up into a jog. What happened? Nini blinked hard, trying desperately to stop herself from crying.
We were just walking and she suddenly collapsed.
Really?
Really?
What were you talking about?
I can't tell you.
Well, that's very trustworthy. Nini, she says she can tell us. And you think that's okay? What, do you think this is her fault? I don't know, she's the only one who does. She is a child. You're being awfully protective of her, aren't you? Is there something you're not telling me? Like what? Like you two knew each other before coming in here? Don't be an idiot. Are you family?
I don't have any family.
You don't have to tell this guy anything, Nini. Nini held him tight to the front of her dress and shook her head adamantly.
I didn't do anything to Nina, really.
Fine. Her body was light in his arms as Seth reached down to pick her up. I'd rather wait for her to wake up, but we're running out of time. Her face was calm and her chest slowly rose and fell. She's not hurt, at least.
Mika, I really didn't.
It's okay. I believe you. Nina must have just been a little tired.
She fell over and I tried to help her, but
you did a good job. Don't worry. No blood. She didn't seem to hit her head. She's just asleep. She really did seem awfully small in his arms. Awfully vulnerable. As the tunnel rounded, finally their destination came into sight. A large wooden door engraved with markings both foreign and ancient looking. Seth's eyes turned to take in the spectacle. Although spiderwebs and dust littered the surface, underneath that you could tell it was a masterpiece. With a low, drawn-out creak, Mikael pushed the door open. As Nini passed, she looked up at Seth with pleading, sorry eyes. He couldn't meet those eyes. The air was musty with the smell of old books, left for so long and dust which blew into the air as the trio walked into the room. Carefully, as if he was putting down a prized possession, Seth sat down Rena on a low bench. She slumped to the side, still fast asleep.
Ow.
Nini tentatively tiptoed further into the library. Her fingers danced along the spines of the books before she spun one of the globes in the center of the room. Her gaze traveled ever upwards, landing on the ceiling that was decorated with paintings of all kinds, of glorious battles, of love, of peace hard won.
What is this place?
A place someone wanted to keep secret, that's for sure. Be careful what you touch, Nini.
It's okay, it's safe.
It might not be.
I don't think anything has had any traps yet, though.
Seth turned away from the other two as they chatted quietly. Instead, he turned his attention to the rows and rows of books. Some were so dated the titles could no longer be read. Others weren't even written in languages he recognized. Just what is this place? Scientific books of studies long lost to mankind grace his vision, knowledge that no man should have. Peripatetic chronology, huh? Watch out! Ah. His head whipped around at the sound of Nini's outburst. A blade was an inch away from her throat, protruded out from between two books directly in front of her. What happened?
I just wanted to look at that book.
As soon as she tried to pull it out, it just sprung at her. Not that you would care. Don't be an idiot, of course I care. So you're done blaming a little girl for a grown woman collapsing? I was just worried about her, I know. You're not worried about how you made Nini feel. If you're not here to apologize, then hurry up and find a way out of here.
Yikes. Yikes.
Fine.
Please don't fight.
Once again, Seth walked between the rows of books, this time more carefully than before. Where is it? What do we have to do to leave this place? And who put us here? As the minutes ticked down, so too did Seth's anxiousness start to rise. Oh my god. I hope this is the last room for this, because otherwise I think I'm gonna die. What the hell? There's nothing in this room with a code.
Mika,
We've been looking for more than 30 minutes. Look, we only have 25 minutes left. If the door, pointing towards the door that sat shut, beside it a screen waiting for the code to be inputted. Is that an actual word? To be inputted? If the door doesn't lead us out of here, well, then we're done. We'll have no time left. There has to be something. Then where is it? Nina, you okay? Sebastian, I'm here. In America it is, but not in Great Britain, maybe wrong. He rushed to her side. She clutched her hat as if the ache was too much to bear. Where are we? In the library. We found it after you... She looked around with newfound clarity in her eyes. Under the church. Where was I? Nina, are you okay? How much time do we have? A little over 20 minutes? Shit. What happened to you?
I don't remember. I was walking, Nini said something to me, then my head, it started feeling like it was going to burst open. Then everything went black.
Stay there and rest. We'll find a way out.
I'm fine.
You're not.
Why are you acting so serious?
Because the situation is serious?
Didn't you say that making jokes was your way of dealing with things like this?
Ah! Not in this one. That was when we were in the train. Did I?
Maybe not.
Nina hopped to her feet unsteadily at first. Good to see you on your feet. Can you tell this jackass that Nini didn't do anything to you?
I'm sorry. I don't remember.
Nini looked down at the ground, her shoulders slumped.
Have you found the code yet?
Judging by the symptoms, Nina appears to have switched routes without you. We haven't found a damn thing.
What's that?
She pointed towards the blade, which still stuck out of the bookcase like a sore thumb. The place is booby-trapped. Heh booby. It nearly got Nini when she touched the books over there. Nina hobbled forward until she stood directly in front of the aforementioned bookcase. And one by one, she pulled the books from their places and dropped them to the ground. Nina, wait, you could get hurt.
It's okay.
Look. Behind the books on a now empty shelf was a note stuck to the wood. Book 1 is in the third position. Oh god. Oh no. Okay, book 1. Okay, wait. Book 1 is in the third position. The books in the first and second position add to 9. Wait, 1 and 2 equal 9. Book 5 comes before book 2. 5 before 2. Book 6 is 2 positions away from book 5. 6 is 2 away. Oh, I hate these. From 5. Book 7 is between book 2 and 4. 7 between 2 and 4. Book 8 is only beside one of the books, so it's 8 beside one of the book. So at the front or the back. They were in the wrong order. It looks like it. Look, the books have numbers and letters along their spines. If you can put them in the right order, it might give us the password. Alright, let me give it a go. Oh, I did. Okay. Whenever you set a random code, the puzzle's always a rule. Okay, hold on. So, first book is in the 3rd position. Boom, that's easy. The first book and the second book equal 9. That's a little hard. 5 comes before the second book. And 7 is between 2 and 4. So 5 has to be somewhere here. 2, 4. And 8 is only besides one other book. Eight has to be at the end, I think. Because if the first and second one equal 9, it cannot be here because we would need, 8 plus 1, but 1 is already here. 1 and 2 equal 9. Also, 6 is 2 away from 5. And where's 5? 5 comes before 2. Oh no, wait, no. No! The fuck? 6 is 2 away from 5. 5 comes before 2. Well, 7 is between 2 and 4. And 3 and 6 equal 9. Stop bump! Hey! Is that correct? Stop bump, right? Boom! Stop bump! Okay. No? What do you mean? Three, 6, 1, 5, 2, 7, 4, 8. Stop bump. Why the fuck? I did the same thing. Why didn't it register the first time? Okay, no, but correct. It's stop bump. Damn, and I'm usually very bad at these kinds of... Whoa! Stop bump. That's a very specific password. Thank you for the fat. As long as it's getting us out of here, I don't care what the passcode is. Nini rushed over to the door, jumping at the panel beside it.
I can reach.
I'll do it. What is the code? Stop. Bump. Stop bump. There. With a click, the door unlocked. Hehe. Finally. Seth grabbed a hold of the handle and pulled. But on the other side of the door, where they were expecting another tunnel, or a ladder, or a staircase, was a cement wall. What the? And on it were the following words in dark paint. Go back.
Stop, bump, go back?
This has to be a joke. We're missing something. We have to run now. But surely, if it's back in the church we started in, that's at least a 5-minute walk. We have 10 minutes. Nini, let's go. Mika took Nini by the hand first and ran from the room. It's not enough time. Come on. Why?
Because even if it's not possible, even if we are wasting the last moments of our lives on something we can't do, I would do it anyway. I would leave this life knowing I did everything I could.
You seem different.
I think passing out knocked some sense back into me.
Yeah, because on her bed and on the way here, she was like, oh, why would I waste time when I know it won't work?
Stay here if you want, but after everything we've been through together, I would like you to be there. Whether it's the end for us or not.
Oh no! Well, we're gonna do both of them anyway, so let's do the one that feels more depressive first, so I'll stay here.
Seth dropped his hands to his side and looked away from Nina. That was all the answer she needed. I understand. This is it then. Seth nodded silently. Thank you for everything, for trusting in me even in a place like this.
You too.
I hope if the next life does exist, we can meet again, under better circumstances.
They can't really get much worse, can they?
You jinx it if you say that.
Nina took a slow, careful step forward, then two more, then ran to wrap her arms around Seth's shoulders.
Thanks, Seth.
No, thank you. Good luck. She didn't waste another moment. Nina, with an expression both complex and simple all at once, turned and ran from the library. The room was once again silent. Seth walked from shelf to shelf. He mimicked Nini's curious nature from earlier, his fingers trailing against each book as he passed. Is this the right decision? Seth looked back up at the timer. Under 5 minutes. They must all be up there searching by now. Wonder if they found anything. 2 minutes. That's when he heard a faint ticking sound. Where is that coming from? Quickly he threw books from the shelf, searching for the cause of the sound and disregarding his own safety completely. If I'm going to die anyway. No matter where he searched, no matter where he went, it seemed as if the sound wasn't getting any closer. It's coming from me. Is it in my clothes? Warning, 10 seconds remain. So this really is it? 5 seconds. Guess it's a good thing I didn't go with them. 2 seconds. Hope you guys make it. Oh, Jesus, okay. Okay, what if I go with them? Hup, hup. Stop. Bump. Complete. Confirm. Go with her. The story is complex. It is. Jesus, is that Noah? We're in a church. We're in a church right now. Nina, you know when you said you felt like I was someone important to you? Yes. Is that how you still feel? More than ever. Me too. You accidentally put stop bob. You're like the sister I never had. Of course I'll be with you in the end. Come on. The tunnel was quiet, except for the sound of their own hurried footsteps. Mikael and Nini were long gone. The timer ticked down. We're gonna stop after this though, because my throat is really reaching its limit today. The room was still just as empty as before. Nothing moved on the other side of the window. The timer ticked down. Bomb is the funniest possible way to misspell that. I mean, there's a limited amount of ways you can misspell a word with 4 letters anyway. As the two ran, each step upwards made their legs ache, but they wait, I forgot already. Persevered onwards. The timer ticked down. I like persevered more. When it comes to Russian words, very true. Neither of them spoke up. At this point, all they could do was run. Run as if nothing else in the world mattered. The timer ticked down. Persevered. Each rung was cool to the touch, already having forgotten the warmth of the previous hands that had sat upon it. They climbed up, up,
up faster and faster as the timer ticked down, down, down steadily. 5 minutes remained. The room had already been turned upside down. Mikael and Nini combined had begun to search every inch, every crevice, every place hidden in the shadows for what would be their demise in less than 5 minutes. It's not here.
It has to be.
Where have you searched? Everywhere. No. They tore through the room, searching, begging, pleading, with themselves, with each other, with whoever put them in the situation. 2 minutes remained. That's when Nini started to cry. It was nearly silent at first, a small whimper, but as the seconds ticked by, it became a wail.
I want to go home. Please.
I'm sorry.
It's over.
Not yet.
You said I would leave this life knowing I did everything I could. We've done everything and we failed.
Even if we found it at this point, does anyone here know how to deactivate a bomb?
Come with me.
She led Seth by the sleeve, approaching the spot where they had met nearly 2 hours ago.
It feels like it's been longer, doesn't it? Like we've known each other for a lifetime.
Yeah. She put her hands together in prayer. Whether she was praying to a god or for a savior, or for both, he would never know.
When I was younger, my family abandoned me. That's how I got adopted by my father.
You remember?
A little bit.
When?
When I woke up in the library. He was the kindest man to have ever lived.
Was?
He died not that long ago. When he went, I promised myself I would do anything to pass on the kindness he shared with me.
That's nice.
He told me what to do in times like this, you know? Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Everything will be okay. Dawn will break and tomorrow will come and you'll be okay. Because you're strong and kind and hardworking, we'll be okay together.
He was a good dad.
The best. In a lot, sadly. It doesn't feel like everything's going to be okay this time, though.
Seth gently rested her hand on her shoulder. Maybe not, but you passed on the kindness that he showed you, didn't you? That's enough. Warning, 10 seconds remain.
Thanks, Seth, for everything.
5 seconds. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. This is not good for my throat. 2 seconds.
Goodbye, Dad.
Huh? Dad. Huh? Huh? The midday sun hung heavy over the remnants of a church long forgotten and those lost within. The
What?
What do you mean, Dad? Okay, so my theory, because I cannot get through all of that. I'm sorry, the game is a little too long for me to go, to try and go through all of that, and also my throat is at its limits. My theory is all of these people are somewhat related in a different sense than it is in the stories we're seeing. I'm guessing maybe Mikael and Seth kind of would be the same age and maybe know each other from school. Like that could very much be real, but Dad? Okay, so what we can do next time is go back to the beginning area, right? Go back to the beginning area. Because now we know who the fourth person is, the missing person. That we got immediately locked out there. Yeah, okay, that's what we're gonna do next time.
we're gonna go back to the first thing, see what happens if we know that there's a fourth person. Holy shit, okay. Oh, where the hell am I? Why am I stuck on the screen now? Help! Are you sure you want to turn on the main view? Yes. Okay, how do I... Ah, okay, I can just do this. Okay, good. Okay. Be blessed if you got through all the endings of the game that died in each one. More being sometimes people just fated to die. Don't joke about that. I didn't look up if this game has a happy ending or not. And I have a feeling that it might not have a happy ending at all. So... I have a feeling it does not have a happy ending at all. So it could very well be the case that that's how it's going to end. That would be very sad if that was for real the case. Anyway, I'm sorry, this is gonna be the end for tonight. Technically I have time to go for longer, but I can't. My voice is on its last legs. I don't know how I managed to get through yesterday, but maybe 9 hours yesterday was too much. But yeah, thank you for nice stream now. Thank you guys for coming. I'm gonna send you over to another visual novel. Well, not a visual novel, but I'm gonna send you guys over to Ice, who's playing Basta Fellows, which is another visual novel. It's an otome game, came out, let me think, last year on the Switch. Very good game. Very good game. Though I see that he's currently on a Be Right Back screen, so maybe that's not a good idea. Don't strain yourself too much, get some rest. I will. Thank you guys so much for coming. We're gonna continue this game next week. No promises. I'll put it on a schedule like on the normal days, but I'm gonna try. I keep saying that every other week, but I'm gonna try to fit in some more streams that are not scheduled, or like on days that are not scheduled, just seeing if I have the time for them. Oh, this is not good. I don't want to raid into a Be Right Back screen. I always feel stupid. Ah. Because Basta Fellows is a great game. You know what? I'm just gonna tell you guys about Basta Fellows for a second then. How would a visual novel ceviche look like? It's a good question. You know those people? Oh, you know those people I on DeviantArt like a long time ago? There was someone, I don't remember the username, who made like gijinkas, you know? Like human versions of anything and everything, like of sweets, of fruit, of vegetables. Maybe we wouldn't have to ask someone like this how they would design something humanoid to like represent visual novels. That sounds fun though. I'm not very good at designing stuff. I feel like I definitely popped up with the, you know, this here. I popped up with this design, but I feel like I usually always give people the same 3 clothes because I can't come up with any other clothes. But yeah, Basta Fellows. So a thing about Basta Fellows is though, it's an otome game, came out on the Switch, it's English translated. Has a voiced protagonist. That's a big plus. It's a very rare thing in otome games, actually. Has a voiced protagonist. So that's really good. Also, she has a very good voice. Character design is cool. Art style is very nice. The story was a little confusing at first. Your main character can... seeing the future would be the wrong way of saying it, but it's like she can jump back in time, but like, okay, so what it works like is like this. Imagine she's walking down the street. She sees someone get murdered She's like, oh fuck, what the hell? I'm gonna jump back in time for like 20 minutes at most, not a long time. But here's the kicker. She cannot go back in time in her own body. She will arrive in literally a random person's body and take over that body for a little while, and then she can try to fix that thing. So it's like, oh, someone gets murdered on the street. She jumps back in time. She's in a completely different area of the street. She's like, shit, how am I gonna stop this guy from getting murdered? How am I gonna get there? I'm so far away. That's literally like the initial premise of the game. It's like you walk around the street. She's like, oh yeah, I have this thing I do sometimes, which is like jumping back in time. And now I need to save someone from getting murdered. It's a very interesting thing to walk into when starting that game. It also made me cry. The game made me cry. It has a lot of very depressing themes, but I'm not sure if they lifted it, but I think you're like only allowed to stream the first chapter, or at least that was the case when it came out. Maybe they lifted it at this point. I just know that when it came out, I was originally planning on also playing it on stream maybe, but then I saw that it has 50 plus hours, and that's true. It took me, it didn't take me 50 hours, but it did take me quite a long time. It has 5 different routes, a very, very long main route before you'll get to your chosen guy, and lots of endings as well. And then they said, oh, please only stream like chapter 1. We don't want people streaming the other chapters. But it's a great game, very lovely. Also, I wish more, not even necessarily just Otome games, I wish more visual novels would give their main characters voices. It's just, I never look at these characters as self-inserts anyway. Like, I'm looking at this from the perspective of watching a story that is happening to someone. It's not me that the story is happening to, I'm watching a story happening, so give the character a voice. What would be interesting for streamers, a VN where you can decide for every character if you want to voice them yourself or not. Ooh, but that sounds complicated though. That sounds complicated. I don't know how long the break is gonna go for. It's like I'm already telling you guys about the game. I might as well. Oh wait, you know what I can. You know what I can do? One second. Let me turn that on. Oh yeah, maybe I should not be using my PlayStation controller when trying to use the Switch. Hello? Let me in. Thank you. I should still have some screenshots of that game on here. There. Okay, I have like, what, 4 screenshots of the game? No, never mind, I have more. More than 4 screenshots, haha. If you gotta Switch controllers, I do. Like, this is the art style of the game. Also, you can choose what to name the cat in this game. You find a cat in the game, you can choose what to name it. It's so cute. Your main character is the girl in the middle. I gotta admit though, I forgot her name. Guy on the right is a hacker. Like, that's his job. He's a hacker. He's really good at what he does. Guy on the left, his name is Mosu. He's mortician. He's a mortician. His route made me cry first time. His was one of the first routes I did. His route made me cry. Percy's the correct choice. Well, like, you can choose from different options. It's like, depending on whose route you're on, you get to choose a name. Actually, if you're on the main guy, because sadly there's a main guy, I'm not a big fan of when they make it so it's one guy who's like the true root, but like if you're on his route, they literally named the cat like her name, but I forget her name. So something with T. Oh yeah, these are the other two guys. The one on the right, he's a very heavy smoker. He's an assassin, but he only goes for like people who've done something bad. He's like, he's a headhunter kind of. He only takes out people who have killed before. Stuff like that. And the guy on the left, his name is Limbo. He's kind of like Robin Hood. Is that a good way of explaining it? Kind of like that. And then there's also... Oh, what the fuck? Oh, it took an entire video. Oh yeah, and that's Helvetica. Do not ask me why he's named after a fucking font. I do not know. He's a playboy. Oh, Tiut is her name. Okay. Anyway, he's a playboy. Okay. Yeah, those are the 5 guys you can romance, and these are your 2 childhood friends. Also, it's not spoiler territory, it comes up real quickly. Both of these guys are in love with you. Gay people in my atomic game. Gay people. Well, I mean, for the guy, it's like, okay, yeah, there's a childhood friend guy who's also in love with you, who you cannot date because he's not a love interest. That's kind of a classic move for a Otome game, but she's also in love with this. You can also not date her, which is a coward move. Coward move. Yeah. And then this giant CG, which has 5 variations depending on which route you're on. Because depending on route you're on, she's gonna have a different swimsuit. Also, 2 in the back. The one on the left is Limbo's big sister, and the one on the right is the owner of a bar we frequent. And really, whoa, no, that's spoiler territory. Woo! Spoilers. Okay, wait, no spoilers, but cute cat. Cute cat. Yep. Then it took me a while to actually continue playing the game, and then I only took like 3 more screenshots until I was done. God damn. But yeah, I played that game to 100%. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. When was this? When did I take... Can I see when I took the screenshot? No. Oh well. Anyway, it's a good game. It's a very good game. I can definitely recommend it. I'm trying to... I'm trying to waste time here, but I guess we're not lucky enough to get to see Ice come back from his Be Right Back screen, so you can actually watch someone play. That's a lot of screenshots. Listen, I regularly have to delete screenshots because I'm running out of space all the time. So that's... It's not that many. It's not that many. No. You call a waste of time, I call it time well spent. Well, it's not good for my throat. I say, oh, I'm gonna stop playing because my throat is hurting, and then I'm sitting here and I keep talking, trying to tell you guys about a game that you might not even be able to see anytime soon. If you had a bell with a clock on, that'd be a waste of time. You know, I might not have a clock, but I might have a Glock to shoot you with. Good thing my voice broke on exactly that word. Lovely. Anyway. This is gonna be it for tonight. Maybe we're lucky and he comes back right when I write into it. Anyway, shots fired. It's gonna be it for tonight. I'm gonna be posting a schedule in a second. We'll finish this game next week. I also, after this one, because I think we can finish it in one more stream. After this one, I have another relatively short indie visual novel that I'm gonna try, because I want to finish on some more. I feel like we haven't done like proper visual novels in quite a while, so I want to finish on focus on some more of those. Thank you for the stream, was interesting. No, thank you for coming. Thank you for the pad. Good night, you guys. I wish you all a very, very good night. Let me set up rate and give you a rate message. I'll see you all soon. Get well soon. No, thank you. I think I'm gonna be good. Give it 2 more days. I think we should be good. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you all soon. Have a very, very good night. Let me actually find the ending song. There it is. Good night and bye bye.